welcome to Speedforce, the Flash and sometimes Arrow podcast. I'm your host, Phil Maynard.
And I'm your other host, Anthony Hernandez.
This week we are doing the epic crossover, so strap in. This is going to be over 2-hour episode of Anthony and I talking.
Yep. So the way we're doing this, I'm going to break it down for all of you just in case you actually do notice at home. We are doing 2 different episodes, so that means the podcast should be twice the length of a normal podcast. And this also means that me and Phil are actually going to take small intermittent breaks in our podcast, but you won't notice because of the magic of editing.
Yeah.
So we are going to start, obviously, with the Flash,
yeah,
and then go to Arrow the following next hour.
You know what we should do is just mess with them and do Arrow and then Flash, and then they're like, now I have to rewatch it
in a weird order. So you guys should
it's like Star Wars.
Most likely, they should be hearing this on Sunday, right?
Yeah, I'll be uploading this while we're at the con.
So what me and Phil are doing is, today for us, right now, currently,
it's Thursday.
It's Thursday. So since this is so long and we want to be at high energy for the whole podcast, and plus the Packers game's on tonight, we are going to split it into 2 parts, but you'll get it as one. And it'll be posted on Sunday because we're going to do the second part Sunday morning before we go to what con is it?
Went to Heroes and Villains. This is Central. Oh, God.
It's like the Modesto.
Modesto's Central Con or something.
They have a weird name to it, but we're going to go.
You know how we went, guys? You know how we went to Stockton Con earlier this year, and we're at Lodi Con also? Well, this is also the same people doing this one, except this time we're not guests. We're actually.
Well, we're guests.
Well,
we're not exhibitors. We're guests.
Yeah, that's the better way to say it. We don't have a podcast that day. It's just Anthony and I cosplaying as red and blue.
Yeah, my costume's pretty tight, guys. I'll probably post a picture on the page, but I straight got like a little Bluetooth speaker in a Pikachu backpack that's going to play the music from the game as I walk around.
And mine will look good when I'm paired with him, and when I'm not, no one will know who I am.
Yeah, I have all the gym badges too, the first generation.
I have none.
But it's like me and Phil together, it's going to be obvious. Like, they're going to be like, dang, that's a cool costume setup.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a good time. It isn't even about the costume. It's more about just hanging out.
Yeah, and being able to cosplay together. That's always fun, is when you get someone that you can actually cosplay with.
For all of you out there who don't know this, me and Phil are actually friends. We're not just
we
podcast
don't just meet
hosts
together to do this.
But unfortunately,
I didn't find him on Craigslist or anything.
Yeah, no. We've been friends for years. But the bad part is, when we do this podcast, although we do love doing it for you guys, we kind of put off regular things that friends do with hanging out, because when we hang out, the limited amount of time we have, we dedicate it to the podcast.
Yeah, because we're both busy people. We both have jobs, go to school, and
yeah, not to vent on the podcast. I'm just making you guys know that we're going there as buddies, and if you guys do happen to go to Modesto Con, which would be crazy if you guys were there and we were there, meet us, say hello.
What up?
And for anyone out there, this I didn't tell you about. What? I was playing League of Legends a few days ago. And in the chat, someone said, Hippie Man, LOL, Phil. So I'm not sure if I actually had our first fan recognize me on League of Legends. I don't think
anyone knows you as Hippie Man.
But it was I told them what my tag was a while back.
Oh, that's true.
My tag on League of Legends is Hippie Man 25, all lowercase, if you guys ever want to play with me or comment or talk to me. But it was weird, though, because I finally got someone, they just said Phil. And I'm like, I didn't respond back because I was like, because the other messages they messaged were in a different language. But it was the only thing English they posted, and it was directed to me, and they were calling me you. So I was wondering if we had a fan that finally went, it's a Speedforce guy, and then went to your name instead of mine.
We're popular all over the world, so that's kind of cool that actually happened.
So that I throw it out there for everybody that happened to me. I was like, oh, that's cool. I was hoping they would say Speedforce or something on the chat.
Ride the lightning!
But then it was something in German or some language I have no idea how to read, and I was like, oh, all right.
So before we get into the emails, one of these emails asks us our thoughts on a certain thing that came out last night. And we're just going to talk about it before we actually do the podcast or get into the emails. So Batman vs. Superman trailer 2 came out, and it was pretty bomb.
What did it come out? Wednesday night?
Last night.
So it was Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Phil texted me. He's like, you have to watch it. And I was like, well, okay. And then I watched it. And it was cool. They revealed a lot, though. They revealed a lot.
And a lot of people are like, well, if that's the big thing, what's the point in going now?
Yeah, they revealed Wonder Woman. They showed the revealing of her in the trailer. Not even, a moment with her. The moment she reveals herself to them. And they also showed Doomsday shooting, what's that? Is Omega Vision? Or his laser? I'm thinking of Darkseid, huh?
That's Darkseid. But
yeah.
he's
beams.
Kryptonian.
It looks like, my guess is they're going to use
Kryptonian. So
what's his name?
Zod.
Zod. They're gonna use, because
what they've been saying.
They picked him up and they made it kind of obvious.
If man won't destroy God, the devil will.
It was kind of interesting to see Superman have a bunch of people like bow to him. I thought that was weird. Like,
a lot of people are suspecting that the desert scenes are dream. Because it's so weird that those bat-like creatures are coming in while Batman's fighting, and these weird, like, Geonosian soldiers are coming in and grabbing, like... Or a lot of people who know DC, parademons. You know what a parademon is, correct?
No, what is a parademon?
Do you remember Justice League War and those, like, demon creatures that had wings?
Oh, where they were turning people into these,
yes,
like...
parademons.
Yeah.
Yeah, those... A lot of people are suspecting that that's what it could be, but those desert scenes seem very not real to the story, so they might not be true, because there's a clip where Batman literally snaps someone's neck when he's fighting him, so I don't think Batman would kill somebody right there. What do you think of Lex? A lot of people are complaining about Lex. I think
bad casting.
I think it's great casting.
Great guy. I love the guy, but I don't think he should be Lex. He should play something like a little crazy. Like, Lex is supposed to be calm, smart, sadistic, but this guy seems a little crazy, a little more wacky.
But he's not crazy yet.
But he's genius.
He's genius, but he isn't crazy yet. A lot of people are complaining that this movie isn't going to go the route that it needs to go. But first off, a lot of people are complaining that Doomsday doesn't have enough bones showing. If anyone remembers, Doomsday evolves. So the bones are going to protrude out of his body.
He's in Squirtle form.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Yeah. Second,
Your
Lex
Doomsday
Luthor still has
evolved.
hair.
Your Doomsday has evolved into a Blastoise. Oh man, I'm so excited.
That's not helping the case of everyone thinking he looks like a Ninja Turtle.
Oh jeez.
The best reaction between lines is Superman and Batman talking when Wonder Woman lands, and they're like,
"Thought
"Is she with you,
man?"
No, I thought she was with you.
I think Ben Affleck's gonna play a good Batman.
Oh, that trailer confirmed it.
Like, he looks like he could play a great Batman. He looks like a comedic Batman at that.
And I love it when Doomsday just lands in front of him, and Batman just did not expect this whatsoever. And Batman plans everything. And this Batman we see is someone who plans everything out. And he looks at Doomsday, and Doomsday's eyes just start to glow. And they cut it off, but Batman's like, and it's just like cuts it right there.
And then...
And then Wonder Woman comes in and just saves him. And they're just like, what just happened?
Like,
where did she come from?
I don't... Dude, they didn't explain that, but I mean, it'll probably be explained in the movie.
Yeah.
I don't know about this movie. Like, okay, I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
And I like that they're making it, but I'm feeling like the route they're taking is going to make it not amazing, but somewhere in between, like, oh, great, like, good or okay. Like, it's not going to be the movie of the year, I'm starting to feel.
No, that might be Captain America Civil War.
Yeah, the Civil War might take the cake, and that's what they're competing with this year.
Yeah, it's Batman vs. Superman versus Captain America vs. Iron Man.
And everyone, do you know what I feel bad for?
What?
All the movies that came out this year, they're not going to win the best movie of the year because Star Wars is going to win.
Well,
I was talking with my friends about it, and
what you're thinking is...
Star Wars is going to be the biggest release of the year. It's going to be huge.
But it's not going to be nominated for the Academy Awards. No sci-fi genre or style movies like nerdy films are ever nominated for the Academy Awards.
If there is one, though, it would be Star Wars.
Yeah.
This fan base is so huge at this point, and now that they're releasing a new movie, it's like, it might hit there, dude. I'm thinking about it.
I can't wait for that movie.
And plus, it comes out at the end of 2015, so it's considered a 2015 movie.
Yeah.
It's not part of 2016.
But, oh my gosh, I saw a...
Oh, but back to the... I'm going to Star Wars.
Yeah.
We're having a podcast.
2 weeks away, man. We get to go to that in 2 weeks.
Yeah, so are you out there? We're probably going to talk about it on the podcast, too.
Yeah, during our winter break.
We'll give a spoilers warning, like many of them.
All right, so I'm going to read the first email. You'll read the second, and I'll read the third. Sound good? I messed up with posting it on this document.
So I read the first?
No, I'll read it because I have to navigate the whole moving it since I messed up with...
Okay.
You get to read that one. Okay, so this one is from our good buddy Mel. Hey,
what's
Phil.
Hannon, Mel?
Hey, Phil and Anthony. I know I usually have a lot to say about the episodes, but there is so much, I am at a loss for words. This crossover event was 10 million times better than the last one. Anthony and I can agree.
Yeah,
yes,
truly,
it was.
truly, it was. I
I
thought
wouldn't go 10 million. I would say like 5 million. But
it's like I watched the episode of The Flash, and I was like, "This is like the best episode of The Flash to date." And then I watched the episode of Arrow, and I'm like, "This is both the best episode of Arrow and The Flash to date." So yeah, I agree.
yeah, it was amazing. The Flash episode managed to squeeze a lot into 1 hour without making the audience feel overwhelmed. The Arrow episode was a huge step forward from the last year's crossover. The geek in me went crazy when Oliver got to find his son. That was awesome. Like, are we going to talk about the Arrow crossover at all today? Or are we going to wait till Sunday to talk
a
about
little
it?
bit. So for you
Okay.
guys out there, we're aware of the events in Arrow have happened, but we're going to stick primarily to The Flash for the first hour with
Okay.
some Arrow things that we won't talk about. But then the last hour of the podcast will be primarily Arrow.
Okay.
After we get our Flash part
Got it.
out.
Though I could have gone without the Olicity drama, and who did not feel for Cisco having to give up his newfound love to Carter.
That was sad.
I know, but here's the thing, and I don't know if a lot of people know this out there, but Cisco has just been confirmed to make an appearance in Legends of Tomorrow.
Nice.
Now, a lot of people are speculating, how's he going to appear? In the present, little baby Cisco in the past, or future Vibe?
Future Vibe would be really cool.
Future Vibe, just coming in with the huge, all the
Because
Vibe powers.
Legends of Tomorrow, it's not where, it's when.
Yeah,
So
it happens everywhere, but it's when does it happen?
that's interesting.
I can't wait to see that. There's a lot more to say. There is a lot more awesome in store with Legends of Tomorrow. Can't wait. Have a good show, guys. Mel. So,
Thank you, Mel, for emailing
To
us.
sum that all up with one answer, yes.
I'm looking forward to Legends.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Oh, for all of you out there, by the way, I started watching Jessica Jones. Feels a little bit behind me, and I'm not going to give any spoilers out there. But one thing you should all know that it is definitely rated MA for a reason, and episode 1 is the absolute confirmer of that. But once you get past episode 1, the adult...
Episode 2 is also dark.
Well, they're all dark, and they all have adult situations, but I would say episode 1 far outweighs any of the other episodes in the... at least halfway through the series, because that's how far I am. But for all of you out there who do want to watch Jessica Jones... and you don't mind adult situations for the most part, get past episode 1, watch episode 2, and then decide if you want to watch the rest.
Yeah.
That's my suggestion. But I'm no spoilers, but I like it.
I love David Tennant.
All right. Oh, yeah, by the way, the doctor in it is amazing.
The Doctor is in it.
The best doctor.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll read this email. Hi, Phil and Anthony. So
Hello.
this is from Jason Jimbo Ritter, by the way. So, hi, Phil and Anthony. First off, what a great way to lead into Legends of Tomorrow TV show. I really like this crossover. I like the way Vandal Savage would have want.
I forgot to change
It's
it to
all right.
Kendra.
All right. I like why Vandal Savage would want to take down Kendra and Carter. I also really like how she becomes Hawk Girl. I was wondering if Speed is one in the grave that Oliver is crying over because Malcolm and Oliver don't want to get Thea hurt.
Okay. So, wondering if Speed... I think he meant Thea there.
All right, so you're wondering if Thea is going to be in the grave.
And Anthony had the greatest theory and the most messed up theory of who it could be in the grave.
And this would pull you into the show pretty hard.
I'm not going to lie. People have actually also online been saying this too.
Yeah, I brought
You're
this
not
up.
the only one who's thinking it.
I brought this up to Phil on our car ride home from Cosumnes. So Thea would be a great person to have it dead because it would bring in Oliver and Barry
Malcolm.
together and
Oh,
Malcolm, all three of them. But what if the person dead? Now think about it before I say it.
What am I supposed to hold on to?
I don't know.
Okay.
But what if it's Oliver's son? He's
William?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Not Connor Hawk? No.
oh, not Connor Hawk. My bad.
No.
Whoever the little kid is right now.
It's William. William's the kid.
All right.
Connor Hawk's a totally different character.
Me
in
and
the
Phil were
in the
talking.
DC universe.
He's unimportant to the series. He doesn't
far.
become a hero. He doesn't do anything noteworthy that could be carried onto the show. But what he can do is die in the show. And he's a child, so it'd bring lots of people. It'd be a brutal death. It'd make
Oliver
sense
met
why
him.
Barry
Or
would
Barry
come
met him.
to talk to Oliver, even if he didn't know Oliver's kid. It's still his kid. He's got to show up.
I kind of think that even if we don't see him actually in the show, from here on out, I bet Barry with his super speed every so often just checks in to see how the kid's doing. Like every
Probably.
so often, I can see him.
He's gonna run into
I
him.
got it. Cool.
Because he's in Central City, so it's like he makes
he's
sense.
always running into him.
Yeah.
But he avoids.
All right, sorry to interrupt that email, Jason. I just that was my theory that I had today, but it also could be and it would still make a lot of sense. So let's see here. Also, I really like how she becomes Hawk Girl.
No, I wonder right after Hurt.
Where was I on there? Yeah, Phil's got to highlight with the mouse. Sorry about that. All right. I wonder if Oliver's son will be important later this season of Arrow or The Flash. So that's my theory.
He'll be dead.
My theory is he's going to be important through his death. Or maybe Oliver will form... He's already forming a relationship with him. So the death would be, like, big later.
That is kind of messed up, though.
It is. It's really dark.
Not from what you're saying, but from what she's doing to him.
She's letting him get to know him.
Because
this
was never his call for him to bail. He wanted to be a part of him, but it just... It
couldn't have come at a better time in Oliver's life, though. Right when he's finally leveled out his own problems. Now he's going to have to educate a kid.
Yeah. So he and Joe are going to find out that they have a child.
No, they're going to share. I wonder if there's going to be a joke about that. There's a few jokes in this episode too, especially ones against Marvel.
Oh, that's in the second episode.
That's an Arrow. Yeah,
I loved it.
Thea makes a shot at Marvel. It's funny.
It's not a shot. It's more so just a homage. It's not like against them. They're like, oh, what's up? We're both friends. That's how I see it.
All right. So I wonder if Oliver's son will be important later in the season, Arrow and Flash. When Merlin saves Vandal's ashes, I screamed. I screamed. Okay, I screamed. I screamed at my TV set 3 times, but they said they would come into League of Legends of... I am so sorry, Jason, but your email is unreadable right there. What I think you're trying to say is...
He screamed at the TV 3 times saying, what? Just like David Tennant. What?
Because, that's what I was reading. That's how I was... No, but that's how I was seeing it.
Yeah.
So you screamed at the television when you saw Malcolm pick up the ashes because it implies that he's going to live and continue being a character, which also we all knew in Legends of Tomorrow he would be there.
They fight him in the future in 2066 or something, or 26 or something.
I can't wait for the next week's episode to tell the trickster what I want for Christmas. Have a good show. See you in time. From Jason Ritter. So Jason's the one doing the podcast for Legends of Tomorrow.
I like that for
I'll
his
see
outro.
you in time.
I'll see you in time. I like that.
That's a good one.
He should have that as his outro for his podcast.
Kind of like how we said, Ride Lightning Speedsters. Yours could be like, see you in time.
Yeah.
Because it's not where, it's when.
Whenever we get into the video version of Speedforce, I already know our outro for that. What's that been planned for? Like a year we've been working on
sometime in like 2020. Or maybe
if the show's still happening.
It will.
Okay.
They fight Vandal Savage in the future, so we know that it's going to last that long, right?
Okay. I'm going to read this last thing. This is a Facebook comment that we had. This was an amazing crossover event, easily better than last year's. I think, however, Merlin is going to somehow bring Savage back to life. I also think they kind of hinted at William dying by the end of the season.
What,
Gary
the kid?
Jones. Yeah, William.
See, you're coming on...
Yeah.
Gary here is coming to the same conclusion I am, that it's the only role that kid could really play, though.
Yeah.
I can't think... He's not going to be a hero. He's not going to be a sidekick. And he's not going to be a love interest because he's too young. So, the only feasible thing he could do is die for the show.
True.
Ooh, that's dark.
Yeah, you are dark for having this theory.
All right, so we're about to start...
You're almost as dark as Damien.
Yeah. All right, so we're about to start the episode of The Flash, guys.
This is when our listeners hate us. This is when we make corny jokes.
Get your play buttons ready. We're going to start it in 3, 2, 1, now. All right. My name is Barry Allen, and I am the fastest man alive. All right, so if you all heard that, you're on the right page. So I got to say, at the beginning of this episode, hands down, the absolute best introduction of a character in any of these series is Vandal Savage's intro. I love it. I just fell in love with it the second I saw him get off that boat and kill everybody and take his knives back.
Yeah, that was... The best line was...
It hasn't happened yet, but it's about to happen at the beginning of the episode.
The best line of that wasn't... What Harry Houdini teach you that? No, I taught him.
And anyone who knows comics goes like, oh, that's a good line. That's a really good line.
What about in the Arrow crossover when it's just like, I taught Robin of Locksley how to shoot arrows. You know Robin Hood?
Yeah. It would make sense though. If he's you know what I don't like though about his origin? It's changed.
Yeah, it's not 50,000 years now. He's 4,000.
Well, not even that. The origin I'm used to is the Justice League cartoons origin.
No, the Skyrocks. They're still involved in this.
But not in the same manner.
Not in the same way, but...
It's dramatically different. He could be defeated now. Before he couldn't be defeated. He was almost had a heal factor like Wolverine.
They kind of have to have... They have to...
No, it makes sense.
Bring it back to this.
It makes sense for the show, but the guys out there, the origin I'm talking about is not that the Skyrocks... Barry's speed.
Real quick, they brought up Mach 2 that he can hit. I looked it up. Mach 2 is 1,500 and about 35 miles per hour.
That's really fast.
Yeah. Right now, in that room, he was running 1,375.
So he was right under Mach 2.
Yeah.
He's almost there. So, guys, the origin I was talking about, though, is in the cartoon series that they had for a long time, Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, Vandal Savage didn't, he slept near an asteroid that fell because it was warm, and he was a caveman. And the radiation from the asteroid actually gave him immortality. And it had nothing to do with Hawkgirl or Hawkman. But I get why they did it for this series, and it makes for a better story. And it did, too. That was a good storyline to follow through. It makes sense. He's crazy. He's immortal. All right, and he hunts people, and he steals their life force.
He still got the... what is it?
Kind of the heal
Skyrock.
The Skyrock. And he still has a heal factor.
The meteors that fell were that.
Yeah, he's using them as a tool now.
Yeah. Here's your favorite scene.
Yeah, this was cool. This is the best introduction ever. It seemed more Arrow introduction than Flash.
Well, this is Arrow. This is an episode of Arrow.
Yeah, you don't know what to expect. I like how both of them were in the series. This is your city. This is your city.
I'll listen to you.
The general rule among superheroes is if it's your city, you make the shots, you make the calls.
That's the thing about Batman and Superman is don't come to my city. That's why Batman doesn't let anyone come to Gotham.
Yeah, he rules Gotham. He's in charge. It's his turf. So he's like, I like this here. He's like, what are you going to do with them handcuffs? He's like, you're wearing the handcuffs.
Oh, Captain, you're wearing the handcuffs.
That's just great.
Ta-da!
The look on his face is like, what?
No, I didn't even feel.
Who taught you that? Houdini? Actually, I taught him. Dodges a bullet. Straight dodged a bullet.
He has super speed.
No, he doesn't.
Not in the comics, but in the show, he does.
He's not a speedster.
He doesn't have speeds. He has enhanced speed.
Just he's faster than an average person, but not super.
He's just a little bit. I think the best way to describe it for comic nerds out there, he's just a little faster than Captain America.
Oh, I see. It's all part of that because he gets more powerful every time he kills one of the Hawk.
Yeah,
Hawkman or Hawkgirl.
Hawkgirl.
Well, is it both or is it just one?
Both of them. But I remember that Carlos Valdez tweeted out on the Flash Night. He's like, "You have no idea how hard it is to say Hawkgirl and make it not sound like Hawkgirl." And I was like, "Dude, I know the feeling. I do a podcast and I have to say Hawkgirl so many times in this next episode."
Yeah. But sometimes I say hot instead of hawk.
Yeah, it comes out that way. So all you.
But she is a hot girl.
We are saying Hawkgirl. Yeah, we can't deny that. But I love this scene right here where they're just being all nerdy, and Joe just says, "Oh, it's so cute how you're trying not to act affectionate around me."
Hey Barry, tell her.
I know, right? Especially how this episode happened.
So much stuff goes down. Just tell her.
She will be happy.
She will shoot wells. I'm sorry if I spoiled anything, guys.
No, I love this. You're trying not to be affectionate around me, and she's like, "No, we're just trying to be professional." And in my mind, I'm like, "Nah, they're just two nerds trying to be in a couple." Oh. And that's just what happens.
It's jitters.
I love this. The advantages of having a trusting manager.
I'm trying to think. Didn't Iris say something similar? She had the keys to jitters too.
I don't know, but that manager really needs to do background checks on his employees.
That manager needs to show up. I've never seen this manager they speak of.
The manager's actually Vandal Savage.
That's what I'm saying. What if this is Hunter Zolomon? Just walks out. It's Wells, like the Wells that reverse Flash Wells. Like we're like, what in the world?
Oh, I went back in time. I wasn't actually killed. What? What have you been doing? I started jitters. Like back in the 30s. What?
I knew you'd like it. I'm trying to make it up to you guys, all the stuff I did.
I don't have my speed anymore. I'm just immortal.
But if I drink enough coffee, I feel like I have my speed again.
We're talking over this,
Oh, yeah.
but this is like a very like romantic scene between the two of them.
I'll sum it up. Cisco loves her.
Oh, really? Okay. Glad we got that
No,
covered.
that was just a summary.
I would have loved it if she said, "Oh, I didn't know if you liked red or white, so I got both, and it's a brand named Knocking Point." Like, that would have been a cool throwaway.
What if it was the Arrow?
Huh?
The Arrow brand wine?
Knocking Point.
Is
bro.
that what it is? Knocking
Yeah.
Point?
Yeah, it's
Wasn't
good.
it named Arrow or something? Or
No,
green?
one of them is one of them is a red Cabernet, I believe it is, and it's a called Year 2 New Bow, and it's referencing the season 2 when he got the new bow.
That's great. Dude, this guy's
So we have
so cool.
Vandal come in, and he's just ruthless.
So we're about to see Cisco make like one of the major like mess
Flaws?
ups that he does in the series.
Like, this tops a lot of the things that he did wrong in the series.
I mean, it's alright, and it needed to happen to continue the episode for sure, but
Yeah.
it's like, dang, Cisco, you just revealed Barry's secret identity, like, on accident.
So, what's happening right now is Vandal's, like, threatening them.
And Cisco
Holding-
knows he's getting help, so he's acting like hecka tough.
Oh, what you gonna do about it? And Vandal's like, I like this guy.
Oh, this is crazy how well he throws knives.
He's so good at it. And Barry almost was... See, this is why I think he has above average speed. It's because... Do you see how fast he threw that?
I saw his hand spark up in lightning, and not his whole body when he caught that knife.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's important, but
He had to, like, hurry.
yeah,
even
he like
more.
almost like he made his
I love
hand
this.
faster.
Barry, thanks for saving us. And Flash is just like, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Barry,
I
yeah.
think the best thing to beat is... I would say count how many times they say the word dude in this episode. Like, I was listening to it, and they said it a lot. Oh, it's called Central Valley Con. That's the one we're going to.
Ah, there we go. So it's kind of crazy how Kendra, like, she gets the whole lowdown of everything, like everything in one sitting.
Everything.
Everyone else gets kind of gradually introduced to all of this. She just gets thrown into it immediately. Like, hey, guess what? There's this whole other world, and you're a huge part of it. That's crazy. So right here, I believe Barry's saying that we need to go to the people of Arrow because we're dealing with voodoo, magic, old stuff, and they actually know what they're doing when it comes to that.
Yeah, I like how both cities have a classification. Like, Arrow isn't just like criminals with above average technology anymore or above average skills. Like, think about Arrow.
Mystics.
It's always been that. It's always, for the last 3 seasons, it's been, oh, this villain has above average above average
He's
weaponry
Oliver's
and skills.
opposite. He's Oliver's
Rival.
enemy, rival. But in this now, it's like
Now they're dealing with stuff they don't know.
it's like it's not Oliver's rival. It's just like it's
They're
magic.
learning
It's
magic.
It's unknown. Constantine has to show up and help him out once. And
Oh, I
stuff.
love Damien Dark in this. Oh, you're so funny.
Yeah,
He's such a great guy in real life. I love him.
So what's he do when he grabs them? He drains their life from them?
Yeah, he's just draining their life and killing them.
And he's just having a good time doing it.
Yeah. He's bad to be bad.
I like this. Then Team Arrow shows up
You're
here.
like, what's up with that arrow? It missed. You brought arrows to a gunfight.
What guns? I like how Felicity straight just like, yeah, you said it wasn't going to work. It totally worked. Oh, that was actually pretty clever.
Oh,
that's what he
kill
straight
him.
says.
Kill them. Now, that arrow is actually from the comics, so it's kind of cool that they brought it into the show.
Yeah, he's like,
Felicity, the magnetic arrow gag will never work.
yes, it will, my love, because I am really smart.
And guess what, Oliver? It did work. Felicity, honey, shut up.
She forgot.
I thought I turned the mic off. I'm sorry.
I was talk heck of smack. It's like, so far what have they shown? They showed the magnetic arrow and they've showed the boxing arrow one time. I don't know.
That
if they
was
showed...
like a quick thing. They've showed explosive arrows,
Oh,
obviously.
They have, yeah.
Like that, the grapple arrows that was introduced in the first episode.
The best arrows are those unique ones because that's what made Green Arrow so interesting.
Is because he had Batman style arrows.
Yeah, he's Batman with bow and arrow.
I love this. I thought we'd be doing this dance a lot longer.
So he's grabbing Oliver,
and now he's right about to kill Oliver.
Yeah, he's draining all of Oliver's life out of him.
And Oliver's right about to die. Whoa!
What was that?
I love the way he says it. I love how Diggle just vomits right here.
Damn it!
Every time!
It's the Flash.
We knew the. I didn't. Did we know the Flash?
We
know the Flash.
Okay. I
I did not know we knew the Flash.
Thank you.
I love how the writers had to figure that out. Like the
How's
Flash.
Thea going to figure this out? Oh, we're just going to make it real. We're going to make it just drop on Thea. Like, what? Well, you know the Flash? Oh,
okay.
Dang. Okay.
We guess we knew the Flash.
We know him.
This is such a. Everything about this episode is awesome. Like, there isn't a bad part where they're showing off the new like lair, and he's like, "Oh, I just noticed you have no sleeves. Don't you get cold?"
I spent the better part of 5 years on island. I don't get cold, Barry.
And Lord Mesa drew artwork of all of him saying, "Oh, I don't get cold," and Barry's just like, "Oh, I'd like you to meet my friend Leonard." and starts
Mr. Snart, and please explain.
It starts there like challenge accepted.
So, you know what I noticed in this episode is that Thea actually plays like the comic relief, in the whole crossover event she does.
Except the one Cisco, like Cisco's always the comic relief.
I think Arrow needed its own comic relief that wasn't Felicity, because she was going to play a more like drama based role this crossover.
I ended it. Just
I
love Thea. Thea's so great in the show.
So she's my new beautiful friend that who occasionally kisses me.
And she's like, "Okay, that's a good way to go, I guess."
Everyone laughs at him when he says that.
Thea, this John.
That's why they all love Cisco, because he just kind of lays it out there.
You're Oliver Queen, the Green Arrow. I just met the Flash, and now I know the Green Arrow. Awesome.
Cisco, please, no more surprises.
Oh God, I hope.
And
not.
this is Grodd.
Just smashes through the lair. Great, now I need another one.
And give him a banana.
Grodd hate bananas.
I like how fast Barry can draw this. This is cool.
Okay, real quick. Speaking of this, you gotta read that real quick while I talk for a second. So Lord Mesa actually did a joke on this about the drawing, how Barry drew it real fast, and Lord Mesa's like, "You know what? I know speed is your thing, but speed drawing, that's kind of my thing, okay?"
That is funny.
Yeah.
And he's wearing a Flash shirt, too.
No, that's his actual logo. That's Lord Mesa's logo, bro.
Oh, I thought he was wearing a Flash shirt.
No,
it just looked like I saw lightning bolt, and I was like...
Not Quick Draw. That's his logo.
Oh, and it's a pencil.
Yeah.
That's tight. Good job, Lord Mesa.
Love Lord Mesa.
That's tight. And you met him, too, so
yeah.
You know he's a good guy.
Yep. Speaking of talking to people and all that...
Isn't Malcolm about to show up right now?
I think in a moment.
Out of nowhere, just from the shadows.
I love Cisco. Can you tone it down just a little bit? You're freaking us out.
Oliver has a good point. He's like, you brought your problems to us.
And this is my help. You need my help. Here's how my help looks like.
I'm strict. I'm on the book, and we're going to figure this out.
Oh, no, this isn't when we get Malcolm. Yeah, we get him in a little bit. Like in another scene when they come back. Like when they come back to Lair. Oliver's like, "Okay, let's go have drinks."
Let's talk. Barry's like, "Cool.
Cool, I like drinking." It doesn't do anything, but it's fun.
And then we get this little side story with Wells and Caitlin making Velocity 6.
Just three more away from perfecting it.
Explain Velocity 6 to them Velocity 9.
Velocity 9 is a drug that creates artificial speed. Now,
but Velocity 6 is not the one that
is not perfected yet. They need to fix it 3 more times, and then it's perfect. And then Jesse can get speed, and then if she gets speed, and he has that ability, there's a chance that he might become Johnny Quick.
Who? Wells?
Wells, who is Jesse Quick's father.
That would be interesting, and it would make sense.
Yeah. And Johnny Quick, I don't think is even his real name. He just goes by it.
So at one point, I bet you someone's gonna call him like Johnny Quick, just
Johnny
as like
Quick?
a joke or something, and then he's gonna be like,
that'll be my superhero name.
I think I'm gonna go with the name Ronald. It's like,
why Ronnie?
Ronald Quick.
But Johnny Quick just sounds more.
Oh, so here's
I like
a little
Speedy.
party.
No, if you're familiar with my work, you know I can do something better.
Better than Speedy.
Okay, get a haircut and we'll talk.
Oh! He's just mad because
my conditioner game is on point. You had amazing long hair like Cisco.
Mine was longer than Cisco's.
It was?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was long. See, I like this right here because this is the first time like Barry and Felicity kind of really talk since they both been in a relationship.
Yeah.
So they're like, "Oh, you're in a relationship. Oh, you're in a relationship. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good."
Yeah, I might get proposed to next episode.
I like how they're talking about the alternate version of Oliver, and he's dead. But they're like,
Yeah,
"What if he's
they're
like pot-bellied and bald?" And
And my whole reaction is, he's dead.
yeah, he died.
Green Arrow is actually his father.
See, now wouldn't that be cool if Oliver goes to Earth 2 and meets
that'd be
his dad?
so awesome.
But his dad is also Green Arrow now, and it's just like this moment where it's like they both have lost each other, and they're like, "Oh!"
And they do that Batman, like that.
Like, I know that you ain't my real dad, and I know I ain't your real son, but for a moment I am, and you are.
Wait, what?
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like they see each other for a moment, they just go, "Okay, I'm happy to see you."
I love this. I'm always here for you. Then why don't you make more crossovers?
Yeah.
Because we'd like that every day.
It's because our favorite podcast, Speedforce Podcast, doesn't like posting 2-hour ones all the time. Once a season's good. I feel our listeners don't like having 2 hours of headphones.
If they like down the line start doing 2, like,
well, we
crossovers
have to
a
do
month.
it.
Yeah,
Like,
that'd be fine.
and they
Like,
know
do it
they
for-
listen to our podcast.
Yeah, Stephen Amell's a fan of our podcast.
Yeah, he should be. If anything,
I met him. I told him about it.
They should hear my my Joe theory of his meta powers and stuff.
I wish just Jesse L. Martin listened to this and was just like, yes, I have powers.
Yes, like
Someone believes. Believe in Joe.
So right here, this is where we get
everything's good.
this is where everything goes
happy.
bad right here.
Well, not just yet. Cisco is like, dude, I don't want anyone to know I have powers, but I need to let you know Kendra has powers.
Kiss, I got a vibe, and then Barry's like, "Oh, good for you,
Oh,
man.
really?
Like,
Nice.
No.
He's like, no, not vibed. I vibed. Oh, what?
She had wings, man. She was a bird.
Crazy.
She was a bird. I think she was eating worms. I saw some eggs. I'm out.
What? I don't even know what happened there.
Yeah, I can't do voiceovers for Cisco, guys. I tried right
That
there.
sounded nothing like Cisco. Were you even trying?
A little.
I'm sorry. Not to you, to the fans.
Sorry, fans.
And Carlos Valdez.
I hope you all thoroughly enjoyed that impersonation of what
Your spasm.
what I think Cisco's saying to Barry right there.
Look! Oh, what? Oh, did you see the MetLife building in the background?
What?
Right there.
He breaks through. He's like, "Oh, there's glass everywhere. I'm out. This is messy." Like Fausti gives him his bow.
He's like, you need this. Instead of just grabbing him and throwing him out the window, like he goes and gets all over his
Push.
bow.
This is crazy. What Barry does right here.
And you got to admit, you got to think about it. He does have above average speed because he knows where Barry's going to be, and he sees him and throws it still.
Yeah,
And haha, I got it. Oh, damn.
See, yeah, he didn't nail. He nailed Barry right there. When I first watched this, I thought that Barry had missed the catch, but now seeing it, he did that on purpose.
What?
Hunter. I mean, I'm gonna call him Hunter. I don't know why. Vandal Savage. With that knife that hit Barry.
Yeah.
It was done intentionally to hit Barry, not to hit. I didn't realize that until right now. I was like, what?
No, it was to stop him. So
And
we
you
got
block
this
an
int
arrow.
metal fan that he's using to stop it.
Yeah, it didn't work too well.
And then Thea comes in and just saves the day, and they're just like, Thea, no! And my whole
don't
reaction
blame
was,
her.
Thea, yes!
You break into my house during my party with all my superhero friends. I'm killing you in front of all of them.
This is the Hall of Justice right here. This penthouse, like, essentially is.
No one's on Thea about this anymore. Now it's over with Thea's shot him in the heart.
Oh, well.
He's healthy.
Where did he go?
Good job, Thea.
This is when they realized what the word immortal meant.
Yeah, they're just like, man, this guy is not normal in the slightest.
Oh, yeah, they don't know he's immortal yet.
Yeah, they don't know yet. Pretty
This
soon.
scene, they find out. Okay, so
Lance isn't in this episode at all.
they just make a reference to him. Hey, neither is Iris in either of the 2 episodes.
Was she in this episode?
Nope.
Yeah, no, she isn't. Joe is.
Yeah.
Joe's in this episode.
Call Joe.
Yeah, call Joe. And then he was in it earlier too when they were in Central City.
Cisco's revealing to everyone that he has powers. And everyone's like, what? You have powers too? I did not see that coming.
So you're saying you're a metahuman, Cisco? And
B, she's a metahuman.
yeah, he's like these visions I see you fly. Man, Cisco could have scored some crazy points if he didn't say bird but angel, right? Because he said it earlier. He's like, it was an angel, and it's like,
Yeah, I don't think she would have went with Carter if he would have said the word angel instead of bird. You were an angel. Oh, okay. Was you sure it wasn't just a dream?
This goes like I saw wings. It was weird.
I love this entrance. He has a full gang behind him.
Yeah, he's gotta have his
Who
league
is
of
this?
assassins with him.
It's my dad.
It's
I
just,
love that.
It's just our neighbor. You want a cup of sugar? Yes. I am making snickerdoodles.
Now I want to make snickerdoodles.
Put a little bit of the Lazarus pit in it. It makes you feel like younger every time you eat one, you know?
Oh, so we get Jay Garrick back this episode. We haven't had him for like 5 episodes now.
Yeah,
he's been gone for a while.
In and out.
He just bailed and was just...
He's probably watching Netflix. Watching like a whole bunch of series. She's like, I want to see what the gang of the Flash gang is doing. And then...
Season 1, watch Flash. Okay, now I got everything. Let's go. Now I'm all caught up. But if he doesn't have time to watch all those episodes, he can just listen to our podcast.
His description of the Speedforce is pretty
Perfect.
Legit. It's like it's a living thing. That's what he says.
He says it?
Yeah, he's like, it's not a science. It can't be reproduced in a lab. It's a living thing. It's a gift.
Can't be replicated or enhanced. It's a living thing. It's a gift that was given to me. That drug has no idea what it's going to do.
And then, so we all know by the end of this episode that Velocity 6 does work to a point. It did give Jay his Speed Force back for a small amount of time.
Maybe like a half hour.
But it looked very rough. It looked like he couldn't control it a lot. And it looked like it hurt him a little bit because he was going, he was really focusing to do it.
Yeah.
It wasn't like normal speedsters.
Vandal Savage, so he was advisor of Genghis Khan, the Julius Caesar, but the League knows the truth. He was there for all of it.
He was alive and he was there.
He's a vampire? I love how Cisco's like, he's a vampire? Okay, so I love how this is the step that makes Kendra think this is crazy.
Immortality, her having wings.
She's like...
Her boyfriend being a metahuman.
Yeah. She's like, okay, cool, I met the Flash. That's crazy. I met Green Arrow. That's crazy. My boyfriend's a metahuman. That's crazy. I'm a metahuman. That's crazy. Immortality? Nah, that's not real.
And and she still has the keys to Jitters, by the way. That manager shouldn't be that lax because now they're missing.
Maybe she just slipped it underneath the Jitters mat.
They should have an after credit scene where she flies in and gives the keys back. And
we see the manager.
Gives her a 2-week notice and everything. You know, like,
I'm out.
Oh, so she sees Wells. So,
okay, so
Phil's got some things to say about this.
There were people complaining about Patty in this episode that she just gets into everybody's business, and there's a mass murderer on the loose, and you know he's on the loose, so you're gonna go after him. It makes sense. You know the last place that he was just at was Star Labs. You go to Star Labs. It's just a lot of things that a lot of people were complaining about that irritated me.
She was being nosy. She was being a detective.
Yeah, she was doing her job. That's what she was doing.
She probably wouldn't have to do her job like that if Barry would just tell her what's going on.
Hey, it's not Barry's fault. Yeah, it is. Never mind. I was going to say it's not
Barry's fault.
It's all Barry's fault.
Barry could have explained Wells. He could have explained everything. And if anything, she would have been more useful to him. Yeah. Knowing than not knowing. She seems way more useful than Iris.
You're so mean. So...
Hawk napped, right?
Hawk blocked.
Hawk blocked.
So I was I haven't even gone into this. I was tweeting this night with Ciara Renee, I believe is the actress's name. I got to tweet with her and everything.
She's a hot girl, by the way.
Yeah, thank you for that. And she actually started out there #HawkBlocked for this episode. Yeah, I got tweeting with her for a while. Yeah, I'll talk more at the end of the episode about it though.
So I want to bring this up to you guys. The wings, we and Phil were trying to talk about it, they're kind of biological, but
they're organic is what it looks like.
But it seems like they're also in a way mechanical because they come out like they're not always there, and it seems magical. It seems like they're going with a more mystic type of deal with the bird, Hawk Girl, and Hawkman. Instead of a biological, they always have wings. They were just born with wings from Thanagarian.
Do you know where that space rock probably came from?
Thanagar
is
probably.
What I'm thinking.
Because it has inf metal, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, but it's like these two probably don't know anything about Thanagar.
I love this. The nerdiest high five ever. and they just miss.
That was funny. So this guy, I guess at one point, he got all his memories back.
Yeah. Each life, one of them gets it back, like, real quick, and they have to find the other one.
And convince them.
Yeah.
So
it's always been in the comics, when they're the Hawks, it's always been that Carter gets his powers. That he gets it, and then she has to get connected.
Carter always has to convince her, Kendra.
Is that the mace?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't even see it earlier. Wow.
They only show it here, and they never show it again. I noticed it right away when I saw it, and then he doesn't have it anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, I know he has it in Legends, so...
Yeah, that's what's important. Okay. That's what's truly important. So, boom. Straight fist fight.
Boom, boom. Man on man. There's no wings.
Like, oh!
Barry's one weakness. Gravity.
Yeah. The air.
Like, I think we've talked about that a few times, that Barry's one weakness is gravity.
Whee! Boom. It's a good thing you got gloves on that suit. If I were him, I would be like, that's what sleeves are for. Yeah. So you can grab on ropes falling to your death.
It's not to keep you warm.
Oliver's just laying in all the arrows he can.
Losing so many arrows. I want one of them to, like, go so far and then just, like, hit someone in the middle of the street somewhere in Star City.
It'd be like funny if Detective Lance shows up to Oliver with a bunch of, like, property damage things because his arrows are going through, like, windshields and, like a whole bunch of other stuff, all the ones he misses.
Someone just gets impaled on the arrow.
A little kid finds it. Oh, I like it when he does this. Oliver has no idea what he's doing. He's like,
what's happening right
Look
now?
Look at him. He's like, what in the world?
What are you doing, Barry? Get out of that cyclone.
And then
I love how the lightning just surges through his whole body. And it just releases. It's
boom.
So cool. And he didn't kill him. Yeah.
That's new.
Comes in handy.
I like how he's perfected it.
It comes in handy. Last time you used it, it got thrown back at you.
Oh, yeah. I like how he's fully perfected it, though, where he could just bust it out when he needs it. Kind of like tornado arms. So right now we got Caitlin and Harrison just working on Velocity 6 some more. Well, the problem was Caitlin could fill in the gaps for Wells because Wells is thinking this is a mechanical problem.
They already did that earlier, and now...
Oh, yeah, and she's doing biological.
They're using moral standing now. This is a good idea. And now Patty's here. Put your hands... Like, think of everything... Watch him, specifically.
He's holding an object that looks like a gun, and she's telling him not to approach her. You're Harrison Wells.
Yes, I'm Harrison Wells. I'm not the Harrison...
Stop. You move closer, I'll shoot. And he moved closer and aimed the thing at her.
And he said, give me that. Like saying, I need your gun now.
And she shot him. I don't blame her.
Yeah. She had every right to do this.
She's like, oh my god, what have you done? And right now she's realizing what she did may have been a mistake because there's something she doesn't know.
Yeah. She's like, well, why are you working with him?
And Patty's going to figure out all this now. There's no way they could hide. Oh, he's from Earth 2, and Barry's not the Flash.
Why did you shoot him? I thought he was a gun.
Yeah,
call 911.
It does look like a gun, though. No, just call Joe.
Call Joe. He'll explain everything.
Joe just told me to ignore it and go home.
Yeah.
Oh, Joe's standing right behind me. Oh, dang, what's up,
he's
Joe?
already here?
He saw me shoot him. He didn't say anything. Yeah.
I love our theory.
Yeah. So I like how they got him all chained up. Like he's that much of a threat where like rope wouldn't work. He had to be chains.
Yeah.
All over him too.
Because he ripped the rope right off of him earlier.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, so he's got some enhanced strength.
Yeah.
So right now, he's just giving Kendra the lowdown. She's hot girl. She's an Egyptian priestess.
I was Carter Hall. My real name is Prince Khufu.
Khufu!
I love that name. It's so great.
I'm what they named Tofu after.
Khufu. Khufu. No, it's Khufu. It's not tofu. Not.
It's Khufu.
It's Khufu. Like Khufu Park.
And just like Khufu, I am tasteless and bland.
What? Okay.
That's what tofu is without flavor. It's just like bland.
I throw
like
it into my Mongolian like barbecue foods every once
but
in
it
a while.
absorbs the flavors.
Yeah, it's really good.
I've heard if you have it by itself, it's like the most blandest thing ever without anything.
It's worse than water.
Oh. I
have resurrected 207 times. Dang. He's like 4,000 years old.
Every time he kills us, and he becomes more powerful. You do the math.
You're 0 to 206. Explain how you think you're the best one.
Yeah, it's like your plans. Why do you think you're gonna be able to protect her? It's like you've lost every single time.
Yeah, you're 0 for 2 and 6.
Because you guys have the same plan every single time.
Rush him.
That's truly this is the only plan he has is find her, get her to remember, and then fight like they probably always do. And it's like that plan clearly is not working. So right here we get Malcolm.
So Malcolm walks in again, and he's like, and Flash is just like, does he always? Can he enter any other way?
And Oliver's just like, just forget it, Barry.
Yeah, it's just how he does it. Like thinking back to every episode of Arrow, after you know that he's the villain, he just enters. He just enters the room.
I like what Thea says over after this. He's like, the only thing I got from any of that was the Indiana Jones reference.
I thought that was in.
Or was it?
I thought that was Arrow.
Was that Arrow?
I think that was Arrow.
Because right now they just made an Indiana Jones reference.
Yeah, they've made two. They make one in this one, and they make one in the other.
See, I forget.
It's okay.
See, everything. It's like the shows are like related.
Oh yeah.
So,
Patty, what'd you do?
I need you to leave. Patty,
Get
go.
out.
That's all they need Joe for.
She looks like a sad puppy that just like she doesn't know what she did wrong.
But she doesn't.
No one's telling her.
You know, I think Joe should go up to her and just say, "Hey, Patty, I tried to shoot him too." Like, you know, but Barry just caught the bullet, so he didn't get to deal with any of that.
And I love the reaction.
And I shot him 3 times, not once.
And I love what he says. He's like, "Why aren't you dead? 'Cause you missed."
Yeah. You can't say that to Patty. She did not miss her shot.
She's a better shot than Joe. Then again, Barry intervened with that spin.
Yeah, the spin move.
The spin wasn't necessary. I will go on record forever saying
I like how he pushes her. He just gets tired of waiting, and he's like, I know exactly what's going to happen. Like, just forget it. She's going to be fine.
She's good, guys. Poof.
Hey, it's not crazy to just jump off a building.
Hey, don't do it. And I love how Carter just walks over to her. Just like, it's okay. I need to try.
I need to do it.
No, don't do it. Yeah, she does. Poof.
Barry.
If he truly, like, in a theory, loves her, it's kind of like, that's kind of messed up.
It's like, so she didn't turn into Hawkgirl right there. And it's because something's blocking her. And
No.
Yeah. And we gotta try again. Something's blocking her, and the thing that's blocking her is primarily her relationship with Cisco.
Because she doesn't want to leave Cisco.
No,
this crazy guy.
She met a nice guy, you know, and she's starting to like him, and then now she's told that she's destined to be with this stranger she's never met.
Yeah, I believe I read also that they have a love-hate relationship with each other. Like, since she's always destined to be with him, it's kind of like, oh god.
It's like every single
I'm
time.
kind of getting sick of you.
And figuring that they develop their own personas every life, you know, they're a different person every life. And then they just get the memories back of their previous lives, making them a different person than they originally ever were.
So, if he becomes more powerful when he kills both of them, why doesn't they just never meet up together? Like, that would save time.
Well, he was hunting Kendra before she even knew she was Hawkgirl.
Maybe because he knew that she didn't have her powers, and he's like, okay, this will be the
taking
easy
advantage
target.
of it.
Yeah, this will be the easy target of the two right now.
That's probably why they're going so hard to meet each other. Just survival, you know, the group's better than just one. But it hasn't worked for long. It's Team Arrow and Flash that saved the day for them.
Yeah.
Even Vandal Savage says, never in my lifetime I met people with such extraordinary abilities.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, dang, all right, that's cool.
You haven't met the legend yet.
No, he has not.
They got a guy in there. His name's Captain Cold. He's awesome.
See, wouldn't it be something cool if, like, Vandal Savage, like, saw someone from Legends and went, it's you! Like, and then they had no memory of what happened because it hadn't happened yet? Like Kendra, like, what if he, like, went, well, then again, he already knows about her. Somebody. Like, I'm trying to think. There's no one in this crossover that could.
Unless Adam showed up.
Yeah. Yeah, see, Adam's existent right now. He isn't part of this.
Yeah, he'll be back for Legends.
Yeah, that's cool when they do that.
Yeah.
They both look at each other like, yeah, we superheroes.
I know, right? That'd be you and me.
Yeah.
We're superheroes.
Yeah, we know we superheroes. We cool. We got our suits. We're about to gear up.
Oh, he's gonna die. He comes in just in time to watch him die.
How bad is it? He's dead. All right. He turns around and leaves.
Cool. Good. Just like, well, we don't need to send him back now.
I like this. What is it? It's called Velocity 6. Yeah, I'll give you Speedforce for a little bit.
The doctor designed it.
It's like, he's like, basically, Jay's put in a situation where he has to be a hero. You know, use this untested,
He gave
risky
up his
drug.
cowardness right here.
Well, it's not cowardice.
Well,
that was just...
Jay is a coward, but he's going for more of the hero aspect in him right now.
Yeah, and it's Caitlyn who pulls it out of him too.
Yeah.
Look at that. Looks like it hurts. Like he is not comfortably using. Look at that. That's struggle.
He hasn't used his speed in months. In like 6. No.
But
whoa, how
the level
6 months.
The level of the shakes of his hand. It just implies that maybe that drug is not perfected yet. It's still rough, but it works. It does what it's supposed to do.
Correct.
So that's why Velocity. Well, I don't know what Velocity 7 would be then.
I don't know. They're probably not even gonna do 7 or 8. They'll just go straight to 9 and give it to Jesse. And then he'll go like, "There's a little left more for me."
What did they do go through the other ones? You know, what did Jay gets addicted to in a sense to like the thought that he could have his Speedforce back after this? Like he just.
No, it doesn't look like he wants his.
Oh yeah, then at the end he said, "Don't ever let Barry use this."
Yeah, don't ever do that again. Yeah, he doesn't want his speed. In all honesty, he's good being regular now.
Yeah, he's been regular for so long now. It's like it's 6 months. You know, you would get used to just being regular again.
He doesn't have a dilemma anymore.
So right here we get Kendra. She's like thinking about jumping off this roof and believing in herself and trusting everything everybody just told her.
And Cisco's like, "Whoa, calm down,
Kendra. Don't do that. Don't jump off this building. You'll die."
I thought we had something.
Barry ain't here to catch you. Could we at least set up like something soft? So if it doesn't work,
This doesn't set up that soft.
you just don't die and like break every bone in your body, and you know just that's it. But here we go.
Oh my gosh, he has a staff of Horus. Right?
It's like I think so.
Yeah, that's a staff.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, are you familiar with Egyptian mythology at all?
No. What's the
Okay.
staff of Horus?
It's this essentially.
The staff that can shoot lasers.
Why not? No, it's just a reference. Horus is just an Egyptian god.
Is he the god of death?
No, that's Anubis. He's the wolf. Horus is the bird.
Oh. See, the Egyptians had their own little thing going on with all their...
They got like
Their
2
gods.
gods, I think. Or they had 2 prominent ones. I don't want to be yelled at by a lot of people.
Barry, you can run super fast. Just thought I'd remind him. Oh, that didn't work. Never mind.
Nope.
Barry, you done messed up.
Something's holding me back. Maybe it's Central City. Maybe it's you. Just
Let's go. You jump off this with me.
no.
He's like, I have to blow up my wings to save you.
You jump first, and then I'll go. What? No.
You
What
got
if
it,
you don't
Cisco.
get it?
You got it. Cisco. She just goes, you gotta.
Cisco, vibe the future if you can. He's like, I don't do that.
And I'm free. Oh, then she gets her wings.
Every time I ring bells,
So for
an
all of you
angel
at
gets its
home,
wings.
if you do that, you will also gain wings.
No, don't say that. We have children listen to this podcast.
If you go to the 99, you will turn into an Autobot and into a car. You never heard that?
No.
You will turn into a Transformer.
Who said that?
Make a beeline to the nearest on-ramp, children. Oh, man. Keenan Peele. Oh.
You're terrible. Shut up.
Tells
So it's like
children
a tie.
to beeline to the nearest on-ramp and you will turn into a robot.
So they accepted that they just tied with him. And that they didn't win and they didn't lose.
I like
they
a
need
Barry's
to
like,
get out and
that's a
regroup.
tie, right? Yeah, that works.
No, yeah, we didn't lose.
Woo, alright, as long as we didn't lose.
I mean, he got the staff, but we're not dead. So
I like how on level terms Barry and Barry and Oliver are. They're just straight, like, they are peers in every sense.
Oh, yeah. Pretty much.
Even when Oliver talks to Diggle, it seems like a little bit like Oliver's, in a way, a little bit above him.
Yeah.
But, hey, Sora's better than dead. Yep, Harry. Yeah.
That's good news.
You'll probably be very sore for a little while.
You might need a wheelchair.
See, that is the absolute attitude to have after that.
What?
Sora's better than dead. It's just, it's just the best attitude you could have about waking up after that happening.
The serum's out of my system, and I will never take it again. Don't use that on Barry.
I would make up symptoms like crazy. I'd be like, it made me blind, deaf. I threw up. I was going through walls uncontrollably. It was nuts. It was just nuts.
I fell through the Earth's core. I ended up in China for a moment. Wonder what was happening. And they threw rocks at me.
I had to use the bathroom, and when I sat on the toilet, I phased through it.
That's how I got back to Central City.
That'd be so bad. So let's see here. So Savage in Central City. So then they're going back to Central City.
We got to take this to him now. Why'd he go back to Central City? There's no reason to go there.
A few thousand miles away, right?
Yeah. 6,000.
6,000? Oh. The knife? Because, I don't know. Well, they said that they were drawn to the city because of staff, but he has a staff.
Well,
there was a knife used during the killing of the Hawk people.
I love this. The flash coffee.
Yeah. How long is that thing?
Looks one shot of espresso in a drip coffee. So, what? Okay. Fine. That's a boring drink. Like, I get people order technically a flash now, I guess, all the time.
It's just a regular coffee, huh?
Yeah, it's just a coffee with a shot of espresso. And for those of you out there who don't know, I'm a barista. And I make coffee every day.
So right here, Oliver sees a kid.
And learns how to subtract 10 from 2015 really quickly.
Well, what he does in his head is she had a kid and it was a miscarriage, but there she is with a kid the same age as if she had my kid.
So
I would question it.
That looks like a little Stephen.
Yeah, I'd be like, he's kind of blonde haired and kind of looks like me.
Or little Oliver. Sorry, I was going with the actual Stephen Amell.
Yeah, but it's like seriously, it does look like Oliver. It's like could be his kid, and I would come to the same conclusion if I were him.
It might be his kid.
Hey, sorry guys, if you hear me make sounds, I got the hiccups all of a sudden out of nowhere.
Yeah, are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wish there was a cure for these.
Okay, cool.
Alright, I'm good.
Everyone, just scream right now, just to freak Anthony out.
Oh, just hiccuped. It failed. So
do better.
So for all of you out there, this is only halfway through the podcast.
We're going to be doing the other half in just a moment.
Well, for you.
Yeah.
For us, we will continue the other half on Sunday before we go to a convention. And our energy will be at high level, and it'll be posted that Sunday.
Please be at high level.
I will.
I know it's early in the morning.
I'm not a morning person for all of you guys who know that. But this will be the first podcast we record, at like 9:45 in the morning?
Well, I used to do the Flash with Eric in the morning.
Oh.
I had to do it in the morning.
And then you had the rest of your day.
Yeah.
See, but I'm such a late person.
Yeah.
Ooh. No, gosh, these hiccups are killing me.
You failed everybody.
See, everyone's going to know this is real because I won't have hiccups on Sunday.
Yeah.
So, for all of you out there, like, I'm not doing the outro, but for all of you out there, it is no forget.
So, good job, everybody. Anthony's hiccups are gone now.
Yep, and we're back. And for you guys, it was seconds. For us, it was days.
Yeah.
So,
and within those few days, we got another email from Gabe Diaz saying, after watching the crossover, I was completely amazed. I think almost everybody was. Yeah. Like, I was amazed by that. That was cool.
I thought the Arrow episode may have possibly rivaled the first episode with The Flash.
Not just rival. I think it, beat it bad. It was so much better.
It actually had a conclusion. That helped a lot.
Yeah, that's true. Seeing Vandal Savage in his full immortal ninja glory, having the Hawks appear in full costume, Oliver meeting his son, and the tag at the end showing Merlin scooping up Vandal's ashes and promising to bring him back. See, if he didn't bring him back, there would be no reason for Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah, see, I thought that was weird when he was just a pile of dust. I'm like, man, how do you come back from that?
You have a Lazarus pit?
But it's messed up.
Oh, that's true. But then again, if you know the true comics, there's not just one Lazarus pit. There's ones there's all over the entire world that Ra's uses so that wherever he's dying, he can just jump into one. Absolutely awesome. One question I have, though, is do you think that Jay Garrick is going to use the velocity serum again? And if he does, do you think he might get addicted to it? I don't think he will, because he doesn't like Harrison at all. Like, not at all. And I don't think he wants his speed back.
It's like, I think he wants his speed back, but the fact he just doesn't trust Harry is the reason why he won't take it.
Yeah.
But then again, it's a drug. He might not need Harry there, like at all for him to do it. So he might go, this Velocity 6 works. Maybe I should start production of Velocity 7, and then...
Boom, boom, boom. Velocity 9. Let's see if this works. Now I have the speed.
Yeah, but I think it's probably going to lead to the Johnny Quick, Jesse Quick storyline.
Yeah.
Like, after you told me that, I was just like, yeah, it's probably most likely going to go that route.
Yeah, it has to. Like, there's not many other options that this could go.
I bet you, though, Jay, if they make a Velocity, 7 or whatever, I bet you he's going to be the one to take it again. Probably for some, you have to save Barry or you have to save a life, and he's forced to do it again.
Yeah.
I can see that happening.
True. That could happen, but I don't think Barry is going to get messed up as much as he did in that last time. And even then, that last time, Jay would have refused to help him. Because he's like, I don't want it. And, he was forced into doing this because, Caitlyn was begging him, and he likes Caitlyn, and Caitlyn likes him.
I guarantee you, though, he probably likes Barry a lot more than he likes Harry.
True. Yeah, I could see that.
So, did you want to get started on the Arrow episode now for our fans?
Anything else that we need to talk about?
Not really.
Other than you and I are both in costume right now?
Yeah, me and Phil are both dressed like red and blue. Well, I'm in half my costume. My other half's in my car. After this podcast, we're leaving to go to the convention in Modesto.
Yeah, I'm going to post this online before we head out. Is that cool?
Yeah,
okay,
of course. But for all of you out there, it's like we are about to start the episode, so get ready, get your play button set.
Hopefully you had it open in another tab since you just finished The Flash.
Yep, alright, so we're about to start the Arrow episode in 3, 2, 1, go. So, previously on Arrow and Flash.
Which, did you notice that Season 4, Arrow doesn't do an opening anymore? Like, my name is Barry Allen and I am the fastest man alive. Or, my name is Oliver Queen and for 5 years, they don't do that anymore. They don't...
Arrow still, not Arrow, Flash still does it, but it's just different now every time, it seems like. Like, they keep changing it.
Not for Season 4, they haven't had it. They had it for the first episode, maybe the second episode, and then from then on, they didn't have it anymore.
It's weird. I'm going to pay close attention next episode, but they always show what happened before.
Yeah, they always do the previously on, but they never do a title credit thing.
See, I'm glad they showed the previously, because after a week, I'm
we're in ancient
lost.
Egypt, the Middle Kingdom right now, with Prince Khufu. And he's currently wearing his hawk outfit.
But those wings aren't the organic wings. See, they even take them off.
No, it's pretty much just his military outfit thing.
I'm pretty convinced that they don't realize they're Thanagarian. They truly believe that they're 100% Earth.
Yeah.
There's no hint that they're aliens.
No, They're probably not aliens at all, but those sky rocks that we talked about, the meteors that came, those probably are what gives them the specific powers and all that,
Well, that would rewrite their entire origin, though. So
but it's the only thing it's the only thing that would make sense for the story, though, because they have to make it something that the show can translate. People are having a hard time believing immortal. Already, it seems in the show, superpowers. That makes sense. Yeah, someone can live for thousands of years by reincarnation. Yeah, but immortality isn't real.
I mean, they already took some liberties with Vandal Savage, but I think that's too much of one. That'd be like saying Superman isn't from Krypton.
True.
The reason they have abilities is because they're aliens, not because they're metahumans. And plus, it would also explain the whole continuation of lives thing. That is not an earthly trait. I don't know how that's a Thanagarian trait either.
No, but that's because they prayed to Horus when they were dying, and then the Skyrock hit them, and then that was kind of Horus saving their life.
Yeah, but they have to be Thanagarian. They were going to confirm it later.
I believe that the Skyrocks are from Thanagar.
Yeah, I believe that too because they said imp metal that it was from the Skyrox.
Yeah. Well, we need to catch a bunch of superheroes in a farmhouse. I feel like I've seen that in a movie before. That is a straight reference to Avengers: Age of Ultron. And like everyone's like Marvel or DC, Marvel or DC. Like this show's just saying Marvel and DC. If you're a nerd, you can't say that you're just a fan of one thing.
There's a lot of people though, strangely, who are very like, dedicated to one brand.
Yeah.
It's like I kind of get it, but at the same time, it's
like you have one favorite superhero. You should at least have a top 5, and they should be mixed between the two. I feel. Like,
yeah. Some people just like the DC world a lot more, maybe because they're a little deep, like a little dark, and then Marvel's a little more upbeat, a little more friendly. And
I saw a thing on Facebook where it was like,
except Jessica Jones, she's not upbeat or friendly.
Oh God, I'm on episode. I just finished episode 7, I think. That one's bad. The Geek Squad works.
They're all dividing up into little teams.
Whose house is this? I was wondering this the whole time. They just show up at a farmhouse.
It can't be the house that Oliver and Felicity were in.
No, because this is in Star City that they're in now.
I don't know whose farmhouse this is.
I
think Diggle just has houses somewhere, and they're just like, we're in your pad.
Actually, if I could say something real quick, like the house is very empty, so it could just be like a condo, not like a condo, but like a condominium. I'm trying to think of what it is, but like they can rent out a house for like a few days. Like for my birthday trip, when it was just you, me, and Eric going, I was thinking about getting this like little house that we could have stayed at, but it only had 2 rooms and none of us wanted to bunk up. I figured, so yeah.
I'm thinking, what if it's Felicity's? Just because she's the CEO, it makes sense she would have a house out in the cuts. But
in Star City, though, that's 6,000 miles away.
I don't know. Maybe she had secret getaways for Barry. Like, I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know why they had that little house out there. In this episode, we get a lot of, like, Oliver Felicity, like, drama.
Yeah.
And, I don't know. It's kind of unnecessary because it gets erased later.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Oh, yeah, spoiler. So everything that happens now, it doesn't matter.
No. Right now, everything that's happening is still happening.
Oh, yeah.
All this happens.
And then later gets erased and changed with new events.
Yeah.
So the only thing you really need to pay attention to is what changes.
Yeah. So I'll like snap my fingers or something and let everybody know when that situation happens, when nothing is important from then on.
Like at this point, when Cisco decides to leave the training, he doesn't do that in the next one. He says, basically back off, man, and then he just has a sweet talk with Kendra.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to think. Does he come after she sees the armor or before?
I think it's after, because, like, Barry hasn't time traveled yet in the episode. He hasn't time traveled yet.
Well, yeah.
But
I mean, when Cisco...
He hasn't gone back to where he's going to time travel yet. I think I'm trying to explain time travel, but Anthony's the one that's best with that.
Yeah, no, what I was saying is...
Look at that helmet, though. It looks like it's out of the comic.
When Cisco interrupts the second time in their training, does she get the opportunity to see the armor in that case?
I think she does. Like, she knows what her outfit looks like and everything. Oh, by the way, at the very beginning, we talked over the Egypt part.
It's like the Egypt part gets brought up again. And it's probably going to be brought up the entire time these two are in Legends of Tomorrow, too. Little flashbacks of their previous lives. Yeah.
There's a throwback to Constantine in the later one, also.
Of course, Constantine. It's like Constantine is so funny.
No, because like when they're showing all the objects of like the ancient artifacts, like one of them was in the pilot for Constantine in the first episode, and one of them was the orb that he stole on the island. So
it's like I hope Constantine comes in a lot in Legends of Tomorrow. I just like him.
Season 2, from what I hear.
Oh, that's so far.
From what I hear, the rosters are going to change in Season 2. So I love how Oliver, he doesn't plan this out much right here.
Yeah, it was pretty poorly planned.
She's like, stay in the car.
It's like Oliver is pretty like determined to figure this out too.
Yeah, he's a superhero. He thinks.
All honesty, he could have completely ignored it. Like he could have just went, nah, that can't be my kid. I believe her. And then that's it, you know. Oliver never becomes a father.
He's like, we had a thing 10 years ago, and he's 9, so it makes me think. And she's like, don't think. So in the comics, I'm actually gonna look that up real quick, but I don't believe Oliver Queen ever had a son named Oliver.
Oh, you know what's crazy?
Or named William.
I was watching Death Battle, and it was against Green Arrow and Hawkeye. And I won't spoil the thing if anyone wants to watch it, but
I haven't seen it yet.
They did a background, you know, of both characters, and they did Oliver, and man, his backstory is so different in the comics.
Oh, yeah.
In comparison to what happened, like, his mom and dad, I think they were in the jungle, in the Africa, and they were fighting, like, I can't remember, it was some wild animals came at them, and they were fighting them off, and that's what killed his parents.
Yeah.
There was no long drug out, like, his mom's still alive, his dad fell off a boat.
The original backstory, he actually was on the island.
Well, no, the island, yeah, he was there, but there was no him going off on a boat with his dad and, what was it, Black Canary, and it was weird. It was very different. Oh, here we go. We get the Flash getting a preview that he's going to time travel.
So from now on, nothing matters.
Yeah,
like when I watched the episode.
This is where it resumes, actually.
Yeah, when I watched the episode the first time, my entire thought was, nothing matters now, because I knew what it meant. Anybody who knew the show knows what that scene meant. I
was curious if maybe they were going to go to like a third part, just because whenever he does a time travel thing, it goes for a few episodes. But they wrapped it all up in one.
No, because it's halfway through the episode that the time travel like cancels itself out. So from my research, there is no William in the comics.
Ooh.
What?
Oh, the subtitles threw out a thing for Legends of Tomorrow right now, like a thing saying when it will show. That's cool.
So there is no actual William in the comics. I like how it says status alive, and then it should have a parentheses for now, because everyone in Oliver's life has died except for his sister.
See, I'm thinking that what if William is the death? That'd be so crazy. At the end of I'd be like, oh man, Oliver likes his kid and now he died.
The only other William there is in the comics, pretty much, that deals with Green Arrow is William Wintergreen, or Billy Wintergreen, which Oliver killed. No, did he kill him in the first season? It was the other Slade. You know, remember how there were two Slades? Or it was Deathstroke on the island?
Are you talking about the Doctor?
No, the one that was under Friar's control. Like, Slade went to the island with another partner. Do you remember the partner that he went with? And then that partner joined Friars.
I'm trying to think. It's
and
been so long.
He also wore the Deathstroke mask.
I do remember a second Deathstroke, though.
Yeah.
I'm just like trying to remember how many years ago is that now?
3.
3 years? Dang, these shows have been going on forever now. It feels like only like a week ago where these shows were just like brand new to everybody.
Yeah. And now it's like the top rated shows on
206 times he has killed the bird people. Or Hawkman, Hawk Girl. The bird people.
This guy. Remember him?
Yeah, and that was back when it was like a fabric mask.
Yeah.
Isn't it like solid later, like as like a mask?
When Slade actually becomes it, yeah. So he's just saying, "You will not defeat me. You will just bring them to me, and I will kill them."
I'm so happy Malcolm Merlin was involved in this crossover. He was just surprised to me that he was in it. Like, and I just like him.
Oh, I love John Barrowman. Like, for all of you out there who don't know, I just started watching Doctor Who like 3 months ago, and Jack Harkness is like one of the best characters ever.
He is. He's crazy. No spoilers out there, but he's awesome in that show.
Yeah,
he lasts. He's in that show for so much longer than you'd ever expect.
Yeah.
And we've been talking over this Arrow episode a lot. I like this episode a lot, and there's so many good moments in this. Like right now, nothing matters though because Barry's gonna rewrite time.
Yeah, and the only person that will know what all happened is Barry. So the only thing
like always, like always.
So the only thing to really pay attention to is what does Barry see, or what does Barry involve himself with in this scene or in these scenes.
There's like certain things like
why don't we just give him to Vandal Savage? And Barry's just over here, this isn't good. I'm gonna be time traveling again.
Cisco straight says what I would say if Barry came up to me and explained it.
I ghosted. And Cisco's like,
No.
Don't. No, just what? There's only one rule to time travel. Don't talk about time travel. Where's that from?
I can't remember. Is it?
Oh man, Fight Club.
Oh well, no. That's the one rule about Fight Club.
The only rule about time travel is don't talk about time travel.
See, for a minute, I thought you were referencing something from the shows. I was like these shows, and I was like, I don't.
No, he actually does say that here.
Yeah, but I like this. He's like, now that you've told me, now we're aware, so that changes time. So maybe you'll never time travel now. And then he's just like, ugh.
So, by the way, this defeats our whole theory about how he drafted himself. Because he's just running straight in this episode and he time travels. That takes out our whole theory that he's drafted.
I think Barry can only hit that speed during very intense moments. Like he was out running an explosion on this one when he time travels, and the last one before that, he was trying to keep a tsunami from hitting.
That was the first time he time traveled. The most recent time he time traveled was when he went back in time to save his mom. He was circling the whole Star Labs. And then he caught his own draft there also.
Yeah, so it's just about the speed, and I think he hits it either when he's prepared like that to catch his own draft, or when he's just like in full like I have to run as fast as I possibly can mode. Yeah,
because last episode we found out that his top speed is Mach 2, and right there I pretty much bet he ran at Mach 5.
Yeah, he just needs the motivation, aka an explosion behind him.
Everyone going to die.
Yeah, that is pretty good motivation.
My first thought was when everybody started to die, I was like, oh man, William's dead.
She's not too bad. Her first attempt to hit him was a face shot.
Yeah.
And it was
she's angry right now at him. She's... Think of her backstory right now.
I like how he just kind of like kicks her in the butt, like, fall down. The wings look like real hawk wings, too.
Yeah, like actual feathers.
And then see, now they're gone.
And then they disappear.
I don't know if they did this for editor's convenience or what. I don't mind it, though. I don't mind the organic, like, kind of mystical hawk powers.
Yeah.
It's like, if they keep the alien backstory, I'd be fine with this.
I don't think they're alien, though. Like, the most alien we have is the Skyrock that gave them the wings.
Yeah. I will say that my appreciation for this show will go down a good amount if they don't keep them alien.
They got a Betamax, which is...
before VHS, even.
Yeah. They're like, now we have to figure out how to use this.
Like, VHS's, like, cousin.
And they live in a digital age. Where's she even plugging it into is my question.
Yeah, there's no device there.
Everyone has a Blu-ray nowadays. No one has a VHS.
She has, like, a large tablet on the table and a laptop.
St. Roch, 1975. In the trailer for Legends of Tomorrow, you can actually see Adam going to St. Roch University, where it says class 1975, which means this character is going to probably get brought back up in Legends of Tomorrow because Adam knows that he knows about Vandal Savage. So they're going to try and go and get information from him.
How does Adam know?
Huh?
How does Adam know that he knows about Vandal Savage?
I don't know. He's friends with Felicity.
I guess, yeah, that's all. It's just because he's not in the crossover, which is kind of a bummer, but I get it because he's supposed to be in Legends. Like,
right now he's on his own just trying to figure out who he is.
They're trying to separate him from Arrow right now.
Yeah. He's getting his own show. Which I love because all the characters on that show are getting, like, a spinoff. And it's so great because, in all honesty, I could deal without Canary, Sarah. Like, I'm not a big fan of Sarah. A lot of people out there know that I'm not a big fan of Sarah.
She's, like, okay, but...
Yeah, but... I just love that Captain Cold is getting his own show.
I'm gonna say it. She got less hot. Like when the series started, she was really she was hot, and then like as the show goes on, it's like
I'm not the biggest fan of her acting style either. But
because Oliver's supposed to hook up with her according to the comics.
Who, Sarah?
Yeah.
No,
Black Canary. Oh no, Laurel.
Sarah was never in the comics.
She's just like but White Canary.
Yeah, White Canary is actually a different character also in the comics.
They took a lot of liberties with the Arrow storyline.
Yes,
in comparison to the Flash.
Yeah,
like it seems like the Flash is almost on point.
Yeah,
almost.
Star Labs.
Yeah, Star Labs. Like, the explosion. Yeah, that's
Star Labs is from the comics. Star Labs did not give him his powers.
Yeah. I like how he just like flashed something in his pocket.
You use super speed to put something in your pocket? No, I didn't. Which. Lord Mesa drew this and was just like, okay, where it had Oliver talking to Barry. He's like, okay, seriously, dude, you can use your super speed to hug me without me even noticing, but you can't put a piece of paper in your pocket without someone noticing?
It's because he used his super speed. It made the lightning, it made it obvious.
So right here, there's a little Captain Cold and Flash that he's like fighting with. I would have loved it if like also in his room you saw like an Iron Man toy. Like,
do you know what I was like thinking about? I get why they make Flash figures in this world, but why would they make Captain Cold figures? He's literally to them a criminal, like a straightforward, like just criminal.
Well, you have to have someone that the Flash can fight.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get a Flash and Green Arrow and just have them battle each other.
That's a good point. I guess to them, the only thing, I guess Captain Cold would be the only person that in that city that they would all know. Oh, the Flash has fought him.
Yeah.
Like Grodd would have been a cool one though.
That's like a bigger toy.
Yeah. It's just a plush monkey. It's like, get him, Flash.
Not the size of the Eevee or something?
Yeah. So maybe huge.
So they're talking and everything. So Oliver is meeting with what's her name?
I forgot her name.
I had it up in the last
tab. With girlfriend number X. No one knows. I like how she never cashed a check.
I respected her for that. But it made me think, why did
I would have.
I know.
I would have. Then why'd you even go to Star City? Or Central City? Why'd you even move? The whole point was the check.
No, here's the thing. The reason she actually says it in the episode, the reason she doesn't cash it is because, or the reason that she just moved is because she's like, I don't want my son around someone like your mom. Someone who's just willing to buy me off and send me away. Her name is Samantha Clayton.
But still, that check I would have cashed it. Even if she didn't want to use it through principal, like, later, she could put her kid through, like, the best college possible.
That might be what she's saving onto it for.
But she can't cash it now. It doesn't exist, that account anymore. She held on to it literally past the death of the person who wrote the check.
True.
But it's cool that she kept it. I would have framed it. Like, yeah, I was given $1 million once. Oliver looks so torn up. Now that he's like, yeah, that kid's mine. If you want a relationship with my son, these are my conditions. Uh-oh. Conditions.
And this is crazy what she says is like, you can't see him, but you can't tell anybody that he exists. It's like, how are those conditions?
Those are just stay away.
That's just like, ignore the fact that this actually exists.
And then this is where we get the drama. The first time we really see these two, like, fight to the point where they're going to break up.
Yeah.
It's kind of messed up, though, to be honest. Like, on Felicity's part, I would say, because it's like he's just figuring this out. Like, he hasn't even had any time to, like, process and tell her.
Currently, right now, there's an immortal destroying the world.
Yeah.
He's working with people who've regenerated over 200 times. And now he has a kid. And then he doesn't have time to process all of this, and Felicity's just like throwing this all out. Tell me what's happening. He's like, I don't even know what's happening.
I cannot hear another lie. He hasn't lied to her. He even told her, like...
Actually, he did tell her that I was looking into Damien Dark. That's what he did tell her.
Yeah, he was like, he just needed time to figure... Even told her, I need time to kind of figure it out. Like, this is a big thing. I have to make sure I'm sure when I tell you this, Whatever. I'm on Oliver's side on this one.
The whole world just exploded. Ha! Ironic.
Yeah. Oh!
Because soon it will. And everyone will be dead. Isn't that great, though, that the one person who didn't die was the Flash? Like, kind of very convenient there.
Well, because he could run away from any danger.
Coward, run!
It almost seems like that, but then when you change his time to save everybody, it's like, okay. like I get it. I'm glad he got away. What if the show just ended like that? We just literally see Oliver get disintegrated, and then everybody die, and then we just see Barry trip in that run and just kind of like get disintegrated. And it's like, and that's the end, guys.
No more Flash, Arrow.
It just goes to Legends, like they just end the Flash and Arrow series in one go in a crossover.
That's so bad. That would have been so terrible. Everyone would have been angry.
There's like, all right, guys, we're gonna make like a whole new lineup of shows.
There would have not been a single person out there happy.
I would have been mad, but I still would have laughed at their gall, their sheer craziness to do that. I'm just like, dang.
Okay, so
I'm looking at all the heroes in the room.
I know, isn't that awesome? This is cool. Like, they have more heroes in this than they did in Avengers: Age of Ultron.
But they're missing, like, their greatest hero.
Who?
Joe. Or maybe he's there.
No.
Maybe he's just there somewhere.
They are in Star City, so he probably is in that room, and the only one that can see him is Diggle.
What if he was just sitting on the couch? And then they were like, yeah, Joe, like, you've been here the whole time.
No, I would love him just talking about all this whole plan and everything, and then Joe just sits there and leans up, and he's like, that's actually a bad idea. And they're like, whoa, when'd you get here?
So here we get to the failed attempt at defeating Vandal Savage. I like seeing him in full costume. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
They did a good job on the hot costumes.
I like the original art concept of what it was going to be. Like, the colors were more vibrant.
They kind of dulled them down.
Yeah, for this. They made them more bronzy.
That's kind of more That's more
Egyptian. Going to be more yellow and green. Like they are in the comics.
I could see the Egyptian, though, influence. Like, that's kind of how it was. It wasn't bright. It was bronze.
I think her colors are yellow and green, and his are yellow and red.
It's funny. I'm waiting for Hawk Girl to get her mace, though.
Like, he already has his.
Yeah, she doesn't have hers in this. Because I'm used to Justice League Hawk Girl that's always, like, quick to, like, swing it.
Yeah.
I love this Vandal Savage. They couldn't have cast a better person.
So I guess his colors are also yellow and red, though. Or yellow and green.
Yeah, and he's actually wearing, like, clothing in this. Instead of just, like, 2 belts. Or what is that? Like, sashes?
Just a tiny little chest plate with the sashes holding it up. Sachet.
I like he has a weapon in the picture. Look, it looks like an axe.
Yeah.
Oh, Hawkman's he's dead.
Yep. That. See, I wasn't worried at all. I wasn't worried over any of this. Like, none of it worried me whatsoever because I was like, yeah, they're all gonna come back to life in like a few seconds.
I'm a little curious. You know how Cisco can kind of like remember dying? It'd be cool if these two could have at one point remember their deaths in a parallel timeline.
But they can't vibe.
Yeah, they can't vibe. But it'd be cool because they're kind of unique with their whole reincarnation thing.
Yeah. This is what Hawkman looked like in Smallville.
Who? Cool.
That's Dr. Fate, too.
That's tight. It'd be cool if they get Dr. Fate in the series.
They had him referenced in
Constantine.
Yeah.
There, Oliver
just got shredded.
When I saw that, I was like, no way. Like, that's crazy. Even if you change his time, they legitimately killed Oliver in the crossover.
They just killed right now, everybody is dying.
He's getting buried right now. He's screaming. He's running so fast. He's, like, pushing himself to the max.
There's Felicity dying.
Felicity and Oliver's deaths were the two best. Because you got to see their face.
Yeah.
Like, and there he is. This is where he goes and sees himself. Hey, man.
What's up?
You're about to figure this out.
He's like, oh, no. Like, right there, he's like, oh, this makes sense now.
If I were them, I'd be like, hey, Barry, you're right. You look like some crazy stuff just happened.
He's like, yeah. Sorry I'm late.
Oliver, I saw your face melt off your skeleton. Be like,
what? No, he didn't see it happen. He was already running.
Yeah.
He already bailed. Like, Oliver started to die. He's like, I'm out.
So now everything matters. Everything now pertains to the current storyline.
And something that we didn't talk about in the last, during the first showing of this scene was when Vandal Savage like pulls the arrow out of him. He's like, I taught Robin of Oxley how to shoot an arrow. He taught me how to do this. You know who Robin of Oxley is?
Robin Hood.
Yeah. And Barry's just like, I shouldn't have said something. And Oliver's like, what's happening? Tell me what's going on. He's like, well, I time traveled and I tried to take out. We tried to take out Savage, and then we tried to take him down, and everybody died.
It just doesn't work, Oliver. We
the
tried.
world is stranger than yours. And I love how Oliver just like goes like, okay, this happened. I'm not gonna like fight it. This actually happened. We need to think of a new plan.
I completely and utterly believe you, Barry.
Like,
I was figuring this out.
Oliver's been like getting thrown all this stuff at him that he doesn't understand at all in Star City. But at this point, he hears time travel exists. I just time traveled and we lost.
It's like,
and Oliver's like, that sounds legit.
Oliver has legitimately seen people who have died come back to life 6 months later. He's like, all right, I believe time travel could exist.
I just can't. I wish Barry went up to Diggle, and he just goes up to Diggle and is just like, "I time traveled," and Diggle goes like, "Get off me!"
But
Go away.
You already died once.
Because Diggle just freaks out every time Flash uses his powers around him. I would just love if Flash went like, "I time traveled." Diggle just goes like, "Stop it."
I wish Diggle would take Velocity 9 and just become a speedster.
That'd be fantastic.
I hope he does become a Green Lantern, though. I think that'd be really cool.
Actually, what they just confirmed in the Green Lantern Corps movie that they're actually making, it's going to star Hal and John.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I don't think Guy or Kyle are going to be in it, but,
If it carries over, if it's a good movie, eventually they'll be involved.
I want Guy so bad. He's so terrible.
He rides a motorcycle. He's cool. That makes him cool.
Okay, so they're working on the anti-Gandalf staff gloves. I love that. And he's like, "Keep checking it. It's not going to work." Why doesn't Barry just tell him, "I time traveled. They don't work"?
Huh.
And then Cisco would have been like, "Oh, okay, got it. Let me fix that."
Yeah, that's a good point. But it's like, maybe Barry just doesn't want to, like, interrupt Cisco. Because he already knows he did once to tell him he time traveled.
Yeah. But Cisco doesn't know he talked to him about time travel earlier.
Yeah, but Barry does. So maybe he's avoiding, like, oh, maybe if I don't talk to Cisco, the gloves will work. And then Oliver in his head, maybe I need to talk to Cisco to make those gloves work.
Yeah.
I think Oliver's plan was better.
Yeah, Oliver had a better plan here.
We're not the L-bomb stage yet.
He's like, "That's not the point."
Let's see here.
So this is where they're talking again.
Yeah, I think Cisco showed up after that case.
He calls he calls him He-Man.
In his old costume, it kind of reminds me of like the Thundercats logo, like on his chest. I'm glad they didn't emphasize that on his chest because that's what I would think is Thundercats. According to Carter, I'm a warrior priestess.
That's kind of like a cool title to have. Like, I've heard warriors and I've heard priestess, but I've never heard a warrior priestess before.
It's like, I like how Cisco's like, try to be good-hearted, focus on the priestess side, not the warrior side. It seems like that works a lot better.
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't die, for instance.
Yeah.
Looking at He-Man. See, he has a similar costume.
Yeah.
He-Man!
So, it's a very, like, emotional scene right now between the two of them.
She's basically saying, And
all she can remember is their first life.
Yeah. She's like, Cisco, I don't not love you, but dang, memories of this guy are kind of making this confusing.
Yeah. He was pretty legit.
I bet you after Legend, she's going to have a clear, like, does she want to be with him or Cisco?
What's interesting is we don't have all of our flashbacks this episode, even though it's Arrow.
Oh, yeah, we don't.
Yeah, our flashbacks are to the Egyptian, to the first life.
No, it's all Kendra flashbacks.
Yeah, which makes sense, but like in the last Arrow and Flash crossover we had, we actually did get the flashbacks.
I'm thinking it's because
it was the first time that Oliver ever tortured somebody. Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
And then like they still couldn't stop the bomb because Oliver sucked at torturing.
It's like the first crossover. It seemed like it was just the introduction of a crossover, but they wanted to keep the stories of both shows the same.
Okay,
but this is like they're fully immersed in each other.
So this is very important now. We're in the ancient Egyptian temple, which looks from all my research into Egyptian mythology, this looks nothing like what an Egyptian temple would look like at all.
They have like a legit bed too.
Yeah, like a lot of this doesn't make much doesn't look that right to me. It just looks like they have a set that they made look Egyptian.
Do you still have the old set from The Mummy? Yeah, we do.
Cool, we'll use it.
Can we borrow that?
Wait, this show's filmed in Vancouver, and The Mummy was filmed in Universal Studios, dude. We rode the ride.
It's like
we lost Eric.
Sorry, Eric. We'll find you one day.
Okay. So, Prince Khufu is saying to Vandal, "Get out."
He got one good jab in.
Yeah.
Man, that would suck. To lose to a guy...
The Skyrocks will end his rule. Which the Skyrocks are still the meteors that Vandal Savage was bathed in.
I am just a little disappointed that Vandal Savage's life starts here. Versus
further
back than that.
A lot of people are irritated. Oh, man.
Because this whole thing about world conquest started as a caveman because he was smarter than all the other cavemen, and he had no one to like communicate with for a long time.
She just got stabbed right in the back. That's a coward thing to do.
And
All right, so this right here. There's a where is it? One of those things was in Constantine on that table.
On those 3?
Yeah, one of those was in there. It was the amulet, I believe.
Cat, vase, and I can't remember the third one. The amulet.
Yeah, and I think the orb was also in there.
So there's Vandal Savage's little thing. He's saying the same thing that Merlin says when he scoops him up. And he's like, my rage will go on forever or whatever, that whole little speech.
Yeah.
Vandal just said it as the sky rocks are coming.
Oh, is that what Merlin says? Because I couldn't understand what Merlin was saying at the end.
He says the exact same thing that Vandal says right now. Well, he said it a minute ago.
Oh, maybe I don't know.
He probably knows a lot more about Vandal Savage than he
there's
lets on.
Horus.
But see, there's the knife that I was talking about. There's a knife, and then there's a staff.
Yeah.
So both were influenced by that moon rocks, and we only see the staff in this episode.
No, we see the knife too.
Do we?
Yeah, that's what Vandal uses. That's his knife.
It just wasn't glowing or any sort of mystical. I thought it kind of looked like a regular knife at the time. But this one seemed like it had some sort of property to it.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see more about the knife's abilities later. Or maybe it's just used to take the lives from them. Like he has to use that to take their life. That'd make sense, too.
Yeah.
Mystical stuff's confusing.
Yay!
I can explain time travel. Mystical stuff, it's like, oh, it could be it could do anything. Like,
all we can do is speculate, which is what this podcast is for. I know stuff.
And it's like The Flash is such a science-based like show.
I think Thea is the one who says here, when did our life become like an Indiana Jones movie?
Yeah. Thea's funny in this. Like for the crossover event.
Yeah, Thea was comic relief. It's usually Cisco, and Cisco didn't have much comedy. Does Caitlin say much this episode? Like, she's talking right there for a second, but... Oh, wait. That was an Indiana Jones reference. That's the only thing I understood there. The Chakra Stones. For those of you out there who don't know much about Indiana Jones, or know it, but don't remember the Chakra Stones, you probably remember them more so from Temple of Doom, which was the second Indiana Jones movie where the guy said Kali Ma and then ripped their hearts out of their chest.
Kali Ma!
The first movie to ever get a PG-13 rating, FYI.
Rips a dude's
and you
heart.
get your movie info from this podcast, too.
Yep.
You're welcome. I'm a Steven Spielberg.
Suit up.
Okay, so what we didn't talk about in the last version of this is that Oliver didn't want them to join him.
Yeah, but now they're all coming.
Yeah, he's like, I can't let anybody else be in danger. Which is sort of like what Oliver's been saying since the very beginning. And I saw a picture like a few days ago where it was Oliver and Diggle in the first season, where Diggle's still wearing the suit when they're going out. He's in his like full like original Arrow costume, and it's like started from the bottom, and then like it shows like the whole group photo of like all 7 of them right there, and it's like now we're here. Like started with just one guy, and then it has like 7 superheroes in one photo.
Yeah, he's got both. That is the knife.
Yeah.
It's like this works out so much better than before. Except Hawkman kind of sucks. in both times,
Hawkman's not the best.
Yeah, he either gets.
That's why you hear so much more about. I love the canary cry.
See, Vandal Savage doesn't know what to do right now. There's just too many people for him to fight.
He's like, oh, no, but he's taking care of them all.
Well, he's trained with all the best too now.
Yeah,
throughout all the years.
He's fought with Genghis Khan, Julius Caesar.
There we go. Get clear!
Boom! They grabbed Thea. And who else? Was that Sarah, or not Sarah, Laurel they also grabbed?
We're not leaving each other.
I guess Colton Haynes just released a Christmas song.
There we go. So they're about to defeat Vandal, turn him into like dust, literally.
Boom!
I like how the staff straight just disappears.
I think it was Jason who said that. Oh, I don't buy that he just went out that easily. Look at that photo. Look at that shot. That's an awesome shot.
That's everybody.
Oh god, that's like 7 superheroes in one photo.
That's everybody important.
Oh, we don't have Cisco or Caitlin.
It's like
But they're not superheroes yet.
Yeah, Cisco's going to be important soon. Like, he's important, but it's like he hasn't dressed up yet.
I highly believe that the next episode of Flash, it's based around Captain Cold, Weather Wizard, and Trickster. But I have a feeling that we're going to get a reference to Killer Frost.
I hope we do. We've been waiting for that since episode, 1 with Caitlin. Like, we're just like, Caitlin, that is Killer Frost.
Evil?
We're waiting,
and we think it's Earth 2. Didn't we believe that it's Earth 2 Caitlin now?
Yeah, it has to be because of the scanner that Wells developed.
It didn't pick up on her.
Nope. Unless her powers later become all mechanical, like all gadget.
No.
That would be the only way it could be this Caitlin, though.
No, but then she'd start dating Captain Cold, and it'd be very awkward.
Yeah, would be. Yeah, but it has to be Earth 2.
So, again, they reference St. Roche. They're going to head there now. Which I believe is where they are from in the comics.
I'm really looking forward to Legends.
Yeah.
Because I like all these side characters, and I do love the Flash and Arrow, but it's like the side characters are awesome, and it's cool they finally get their own show.
Check this out, though. Listen to this. This is now the weekly lineup for TV shows. Monday, we have Gotham and Supergirl. Tuesdays is Flash and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Wednesday is Arrow. Thursday is Legends of Tomorrow.
And then Friday's Payday.
It used to be Constantine on NBC before it got canceled.
It's probably going to come back.
They're not going to bring... They're never going to put another superhero show on at Friday night.
Really?
It's
just
worst
a bad
idea
It's
ever.
just a bad day to show.
It's not a night to put on a superhero show.
I think they're
no
going to bring
one's gonna watch
Constantine back, though.
I feel that they're going to bring him back as like a character on Arrow, or if I read the article correctly, he will be in season 2 of
Legends
of Tomorrow. They're going to switch up the roster like each season of who's on the Legends team.
Because if he comes in at a popular time slot and people go, I really like Constantine, he's funny, he's just like, he's a great hero, then they're going to eventually probably give him his show back.
Yeah.
But it all depends on the fans.
I feel that the way that Legends of Tomorrow is going to be is it's going to be a lot like Agent Carter, where it's only on during like the spring season, where it's only on for, it's a mini series sort of thing.
Oh, I
gets half of a season.
I can't wait for it though. I want to see how they're just going to play it out. And it involves so much time travel. That's what really gets me on it.
I know you're super excited because you love time travel. I'm super excited because it has all those characters together.
So right now we get Barry and Oliver just kind of.
Oh, and Barry's like, "Are you going to tell Felicity that you have a kid?" And he's like, "I don't think that's any of your business, Barry."
Those two are like really good friends. It cracks me up.
Yeah, because it's a nerd and a jock.
But they're both heroes, and
yeah, like that's what I love about that. That's why me and my cousin's husband, we get along so well. By the way, my cousin's husband actually looks like Stephen Amell. Like, it's kind of funny. But he is so he's such a jock, and he gets a kick out of my nerdiness. So that's what I see with the two of them.
It's like these two could relate on a level that I'm
not a huggy guy. I'm not.
Yeah,
But the time
to hug you,
I could hug you without you knowing. You might as well let me.
He gets a hug.
Yeah, you suck. I love the relationship together.
Yeah. It's like Oliver has no other like legitimate heroes like equals to talk to, so it's kind of cool when he gets to talk to Barry.
Because they're both superheroes, except one of them is a nerd,
and we never know who wins the fight between them.
And we'll never know, because it's not for us to know; it's for them to know.
Yeah.
But Flash won.
I don't know. Maybe
a guy who can catch arrows and trip him.
I don't know.
Oh, we totally missed that scene.
What scene?
In a scene, Oliver's like, "I'll help train you, Kendra. I'll help you. I'll help."
Oh yeah,
you
and he's like,
fighter.
"Don't take training from Oliver."
Yeah.
I still get what was it?
My bones still ache when it gets cold outside. Or something like that.
That's funny.
I love the Flash poster in the background.
He's probably so disappointed there's no Arrow stuff in there. Like, oh man, really?
Again, 6,000 miles away.
Just be like, dude, you want to see this really cool hero? And it's just like some really like poorly made Arrow doll that he clearly made himself. And he's just like, here, man, play with this.
He's like, who's this? Oh man. Oh well, then again, actually, the Green Arrow did show up on the news in Star City. Now that I think about it.
Want to play action figures?
Sure.
And he gets Captain Cold.
Because he's a villain.
That's funny. It'd be cool if he had Heatwave, too. It's like they probably just went, he's Captain Cold.
He's a bad guy.
Yeah, he is.
But the Flash can stop him.
I like how
He's
there's like
really fast.
there's like a T-Rex there to like just watch.
It's cool. I like them.
Pay attention to that T-Rex. What if he appears in Legends? Oh, oh.
Oh my gosh.
So Oliver, Felicity go home. Oliver hits the couch immediately.
Their house looks terrible, by the way, because like Vandal attacked and they left like right away. They never cleaned it up. So if that ring was still in the glass of marbles, it is now everywhere on the floor.
What's this? You want to get married?
Well, I actually think that the proposal might be the next episode,
That'd be cool.
but I'm not positive. By the way, for those of you out there who like Colton Haynes, who's Roy Harper, he just put out a Christmas song called "Baby It's Christmas," and it's number 90 on the country charts right now. I'm gonna listen to that later.
No, I'm thinking about it right now. What I'm thinking about is Felicity. Her character's kind of gone, like, less useful, it seems like.
Yeah.
Like, she seems really dependent on all of their relationship in the show versus before where she was on a computer. She was super, like,
Helpful.
useful. Like, she was a team player, and now she seems like just Oliver's, like, girlfriend.
Yeah.
I'm starting
Okay,
to
so here we
notice
go.
it.
We
Ooh.
have Merlin being Merlin-y.
Look what he says. Your hate is everlasting. And that's what he says. My hate is everlasting. Many will never die.
Will never die. It will follow them from this life into the next. I was wondering what he was saying.
And the next. And that's what he was saying when the meteorite hit.
Yeah. So he only takes just a little bit of it.
I owe you one, buddy. That's what he says.
He does?
Oh, no, he does. I think so. Well, that was the end of the episode.
Okay.
And I'm going to rewind just a little bit to clearly see. I think he says, I owe you one, buddy. Let's see here. So for all of you, you guys should be at the credits. Me and Phil just rewound for just a sec to see what he really says.
You owe me one, buddy.
So Vandal owes him one. All right.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I think that due to that now, I think that... oh my gosh, think of it this way. Like, Vandal's going to take over the whole world. We know that. But what if he takes over the whole world except the League?
He might.
And Merlin is still in charge of the League 1,000 years into the future because he's immortal.
Yeah, he hasn't.
Because he has the Lazarus pit.
He hasn't gone to the pit yet, has he?
No, they closed it off, but obviously they're going to find another one.
Yeah, at one point he needs.
For those of you out there who know the comics, like.
All right, so guys, that was the end of the crossover event.
Wow.
Way better than the last crossover event.
Way better. Especially this one was way better than the Flash side of this episodes.
Like I was talking about it earlier in the podcast. It's like the last crossover event was more like just to establish they know each other, they can meet each other, and that there are two separate shows. And then this one is more like they're one show together in one world. And I think that made this a lot better.
Yeah.
It's like you can't watch this crossover event and understand what happens in Arrow. You know, you have to know what happens in Arrow, and you can't watch this crossover event without knowing what's happening in Flash.
Yeah, you have.
You could try, but it's hard.
They fight Damien Dark, and they talk about Zoom, and if you don't watch either of those shows, you don't know what's happening with those sentences.
I'm trying to think what... I would say this crossover event was still more Flash dependent because you wouldn't understand any of the Kendra, Hawk people, any of that without watching the Flash. But it's like the Oliver side. I'm trying to think the Arrow side. What wouldn't you get? You wouldn't get the Malcolm Merlin stuff. You wouldn't get the whole end here with Malcolm getting Vandal. I'm trying. Yeah, you just need to know both series. That's crazy. It's awesome. I feel bad for all the people who haven't seen Arrow because it's so much longer.
Yeah.
There's I work with for you guys out there, I work with a Flash fan who watches the show, but she actually doesn't watch Arrow. She watched like the first 2 or 3 episodes of the season 1 and then skipped all the way to when he became Green Arrow. Because she was watching the Flash, and then when Arrow started becoming important, she's like, man, I gotta watch it. And she was like, dang, there's so many seasons, I don't want to play catch up.
Yeah.
Don't do that, guys. That's cheating.
I have a friend out there who is a huge fan of the Flash, but they're behind an Arrow right now. Like, they're at the point where they just found Ray Palmer.
Oh.
Or no, I think they're like in episode 2 or something. And they're like, and he actually thought, oh, is this theory correct of how they find Ray Palmer? And I'm like, yep, that's true. Like, he's not dead. He's actually shrunk that. Yeah. And he's like, I can't watch any more Flash episodes till I till I catch up on Arrow. And I'm like, yeah, you kind of do. Like, this episode was very important to that.
It sucks in that way.
Yeah.
But it's all right.
It's all good.
It's like they didn't play the first crossover event where you didn't have to watch Arrow to get it. They just wanted you.
That was part 1 and part 2.
That was to draw you into Arrow.
Yeah, this was all one part.
Yeah, so for all of you out there who've watched Arrow and Flash, probably enjoyed this a lot more. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else? Pokemon Go, no more news. I know it's only been 3 days.
Pokemon in news that we have is that Anthony and I are dressed up.
Yeah. Pokemon Z is supposed to come out in February. I'm trying to think. Oh, guys, out there for anyone who picked up Mystery Dungeon for Pokemon, just got released. I got it as a Christmas gift.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, my cousin Austin got it for me and himself.
Nice.
It kind of sucks, guys. I'll put it out there. You have to beat the entire game before your Pokemon can level up. So your Pokemon will be about level 40 and you'll still have a Charmander.
Well, that's all the Mystery Dungeon games.
Well,
Have you ever played Mystery Dungeon?
I played the one for the DS a long time ago, but it was a little different. Like, the leveling up, the evolution thing, kind of similar. You could do it later after you beat the game, so that's why I think it's pointless. But, you can't, like, go find people and recruit them.
Oh.
Like, the way you get partners is different, and you don't get as many, and they're really obscure in level to you. Like, you can get a level, like, 40 Salamence as your partner when you're, like, level 10.
Okay.
And then they have days off where you can't use them, so you can't even use your really strong partners all the time for the hard missions.
Dang.
And you fight bosses that are way above your level early. And it's just kind of confusing, and it seems like they sped up this game a lot. Maybe because they're in production of 2 other Pokemon games are going to be bigger. But I was just throwing it out there for you guys, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, I heard it's a great game after you beat the game, and if you have the patience to beat it, go for it. But as it stands right now, if I were to rate it between 1 to 10, I'd probably give it a 5.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it's not worth playing, but I would also say it's not worth buying brand new.
Did you enjoy your coffee today?
I did enjoy my coffee today, but that's all.
I went to my work and made myself a flash.
You made yourself a flash. That's all the video game news I have right now.
All right.
I don't think anything else is gonna be happening soon. Anything you gotta say?
I don't think there's anything, truthfully. Yeah, this is a long episode. For all of you who stayed these 2 hours, thank you. We really appreciate that. You should go over to iTunes and give us like a 5-star review. Tell everybody why you think this podcast is awesome, better than the other Flash podcasts that are out there. We're gonna do one more episode this season we're gonna do the mid-season finale, and then it's me and Anthony. So we're gonna keep doing stuff throughout till the show comes back. We're not just gonna leave you. We're gonna have some specials that we do. We're gonna rate. We're gonna do an episode dedicated to Jessica Jones. We want to hear what you guys want us to do.
After me and Phil finish watching the whole thing, I think I can't remember how many episodes is in it. Do you know?
13, I believe.
13. So I'm almost done. I'm at 10.
I'm at 8, I think.
So yeah, we're getting close to being done with that show.
I don't know.
And for all of you out there, if you watch Jessica Jones, be aware it is MA rated, and we are a PG podcast. So.
Yeah.
There is some, iffy. I'm not suggesting anyone under, age 17. To watch this without parent permission, especially the first episode.
Yeah.
So
first 2.
Yeah.
First 2 is bad.
The first, 13.
Once you once you get to, episode 5, the series just, picks up, and the story is just, crazy.
It's less adult, more hero drama type deal. But it isn't, as cleaned up as... Even Arrow is cleaned up,
oh yeah,
in comparison to Jessica Jones. So just throwing it out there.
Daredevil isn't even Daredevil is so much more mature than Arrow. I realized how bad of how dark Daredevil was when the guy broke his bone to use the bone to open his handcuffs, and I was like, oh, what is wrong with this show?
It's Netflix; they can get away with anything. But that's about it, right?
Other than that, you guys can join the discussion with everybody by going to facebook.com/groups/Speedforce podcast. You can also have your thoughts, theories, and conspiracies read on the podcast by sending your emails to speedforcepodcast@gmail.com.
And you could also join the West Coast airing of Flash for a live tweet using the hashtag MTSBWY. May the Speed Force be with you. It's an acronym. On the second Easter eggs and jokes. This is where Phil will be watching it, posting stuff, talking with people. He even has conversations with some of the stars on the show.
Yeah, this week I actually got to talk. I actually had a few conversations with Sierra Renee, the actress who plays Hawkgirl. We had some conversations, and I had to make a Hawkgirl themed cocktail for her and send it to her.
So it's pretty cool. Join it because you may get a chance to talk to the people on the show with Phil, and cool.
we can all just talk to John Relationship together because he's always there to talk.
One day Grant Gustin will reply.
Yeah. I think I got a like from Carlos Valdez during that also.
Nice.
Because he was live tweeting. Yeah.
Nice.
For us here at Speedforce, I'm Phil.
And I'm Anthony. Ride the lightning, speedsters.
Gone into my lab to experiment that night before lightning flashed around me and time changed speed. Now I gotta try to be so patient until calamity will strike, because when things change in an instant, it's almost fast enough for me. And I'll be there before you know it, I'll be gone before you see me. Do you think you can imagine